Hi everyone, and welcome back to Beneath the Tide. We are on session 59 currently.
Ooh, 59!
10 more episodes.
That's right, 10 more. Before we begin, we got some announcements. If you like podcasts, check out our maybe some Monstrosities podcast at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Podbean. You can listen to everything. Episode 58 of Beneath the Tide will be going up tomorrow. Maybe. I have to still re-download a bunch of programs because I got a new computer. And you can also listen to the backlog of Demystifying DMing to prep your ear holes for the next episode of Demystifying DMing whenever we can do that. It's all about how to appease your DM. And
that wouldn't make sense. This is a podcast for DMs.
Praise them like they're a god.
Make me feel good in my heart.
Exactly. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Sam does a good job doing those. So
when I do it,
and he does it.
Well, I said I do a good job when I do it, which is could be better.
We also, if you like computer games, we have a Steam group now. So if you have Steam, you can join the Steam group and maybe get around and playing some video games with people. That's it. Tomorrow night, 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, the continuations of Shadows over Ravenloft. Sunday, Soldiers of the Lich Queen at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, hopefully. And then 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Sunday, hopefully, Descent into Avernus. And then next Wednesday, we were going to do it today, but I was tired as shit for not getting any sleep because insomnia is fun. Next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, our 7 p.m. game on Wednesdays is being bumped up to 8 p.m. And we're starting Legends of Wildmount next Wednesday. So our Wildmount campaign is starting next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you like Critical Role and you want to see people play D&D who are nowhere near, professional actors, they're not professional actors, but, if you missed the Wildmount setting, maybe come hang out. It's going to be wacky and weird, and that one is going to be running from 8 till 9:30, so it's going to be a shorter one, but we'll see what happens. So without further ado, last time we played a little game called D&D, you all entered the city of Dol Shadar, an ancient elvish civilization in the Goliocran forest that was wiped out when the elves that lived there thousands of years ago were experimenting with the weave and accidentally unleashed the negative energy plane, causing the forest to become corrupted by negative energy, creating massive amounts of undead and shadows and fun stuff. If you want to know more about the negative energy plane, look it up. It's really cool. Nothing can live there. So you all enter Dol Shadar, and upon entering Dol Shadar, the guardian of Dol Shadar, a adult red black dragon that had been turned into a shadow dragon, was perched on the tower, and it basically became a session of cat and mouse, with the party stealthily moving through the city, following the lead of Eclipse.
I thought it was a red dragon.
It was, but it was a shadow dragon.
Oh, you said an adult black dragon.
Did I say an adult black dragon? Well, adult red shadow dragon. But technically, when I look at the statistics, I made it an ancient, but whatever. Based on its age, at least. Based on its age, not its...
Oh, okay. Mechanics. I was like, what? Yeah. We just fight like a CR21?
No, it was like more like CR17. So you guys crept through the city very stealthily, very well. It was a really cool game of cat and mouse. The party just diving through buildings. Everyone hiding in a portable hole, being led by Eclipse by a rope. But unfortunately, the dragon was alerted to the party and attacked, and thus ensued a very tough encounter. But only one breath weapon ever got to go off because the party stopped huddling together and started to scatter and kind of do their own thing during the fight and work together really well as a team. And after, I think it was like 2 hours worth of combat, the dragon was brought down by Baxter's aberrant spirit, a Starspawn.
Starspawn.
And the party decided to go back to the dragon's tower, take a rest there, and then continue their adventure the next day. Upon arriving at the tower, they discovered the dragon's hoard of treasure and decided, we'll look over all of this after we sleep. So... And also, Ash found a bag of devouring.
Oh, yeah.
In a house that was totally designed to be a trap for someone to get sucked into. So, you all lay down for your long rest. Ogden casts Tiny Hut. And we're going to pick up after that long rest. You guys have that hoard of loot just out on the floor.
Ooh, I would like to first use a level 10 ability.
Okay.
Which is something I have been neglecting to use the entire time I've been level 10.
Nice.
And that is...
And we're now level 11.
Yes. I believe this is the third eye. So I can cast it and I can get read any language, see invisible creatures within 10 feet of me.
Okay.
I can see into the ethereal plane, or I can see dark vision. So dark vision's out. I'm going to skip the ethereal plane for now. I think I'm gonna read any language. Oh,
hey.
Read any language. Okay.
Oh, that's what. Oh, yeah, that's what Henry can do.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So we'll be able to just hang out and just read a ton.
Yeah, reading buddies, book club.
I was gonna say we're developing quite the book club.
Yeah,
Of this party. This crew's turned into a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, actually, there is the slightly different thing with Henry's, because Henry's the wording is just you can read all writing.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Henry's got one up on you.
Because it applies to like ciphers and codes and stuff too.
Well, I didn't mean for it to get competitive, but now.
But yeah,
can't compete.
One for my nerd title.
you guys have you guys have this hoard
I'm
of
the captain
treasure.
of the book club.
You guys have this hoard of treasure lying at the base of the tiny hut, essentially. Yeah, there's again 6,000 gold, which I'm assuming you all would have divvied up by now. A set of chitinous kind of armor. It looks like it has red pulsating flesh underneath and veins. An orb, a solid orb that looks like there's fire swirling inside of it. A blue and black robe that looks like it has like the night sky itself set into the robe with 6 red diamonds around the collar. A pewter figurine of a lion. 3 potions of greater healing. A potion that contains, I believe I said, a heart, a beating heart, an adder's fang.
Like a scorpion?
A dead spider, I think, was the...
a scorpion's tail, an adder's fang, a dead spider, and a tiny heart that against all reason is still beating, and that is an amber liquid. Scale mail that looks like it's made out of dragons, like a red dragon's hide, and a very ancient spell book that Ogden has found spells inside of, one of which contains a 10th level spell. But since you can't do 10th level spells on D&D Beyond, it's written down as a 9th level spell on D&D Beyond.
Also, really quick, when it comes to divvying up that money, are we going to tell Monkfish about this, or?
I was going to say, everybody be cool.
He wasn't here. He doesn't know about it.
All right.
This also seems a little shady. Maybe we give him some kind of bonus.
All right, so we each get 1,000.
We should pay him for babysitting.
That's true.
Yeah, you each get
But we're also paying the child he's babysitting.
Yeah.
Boy, we're really losing out on this deal.
We're gonna have to, yeah.
Well, you're not paying him. I'm paying him.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Since Joseph is in Ash's care, I think Ash should be the one to pay Monkfish for the babysitting gig.
Yeah, seems fair.
So, yeah, you each get 1,000 gold pieces.
I slide over to Eclipse and go, teach me. Teach me.
Experience.
Slide back.
Just a look of surprise that that went so easily.
Also, you guys don't have a bag of holding anymore.
Yeah.
We
So,
don't.
no.
I've just got a messenger bag, almost ripping with all the books that I have in it right now.
All the books in gold.
And
Got a
you know what?
slouch.
To
I've got a
reiterate,
slouch now.
You're gonna have some back problems.
if you're watching and if the players forget what spells Ogden got in that spellbook, Wall of Fire, Immolation, Arcane Hand, Creation, Dream, Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion, which is such a good one, Seeming, which is also good, Legend Lore, True Seeing, and Necromantic Singularity.
10 spells, 10 fingers. Coincidence?
I
I
think-
think so.
Ogden, make me a history check or arcana check when you, like, about Necromantic Singularity, because I don't remember if I revealed information about it or not.
I think you did.
Well, whatever, I don't remember.
Hey.
What'd you get?
24 total.
You get the idea. Necromantic Singularity is the spell that probably did this to the forest.
So we'll put that one in our back pocket. Our back pocket. That's a treat spell. It's not an everyday spell. Yeah,
Also-
too much, you'll get sick of it.
Yeah, so you have all the other stuff on the ground as well.
Oh,
Great.
all right. I suppose shouldn't get to work. And he'll pull out his... Baxter will pull out his book, and his eyes will kind of flicker a little, and he'll just kneel down and begin touching the figurine, the lion figurine.
It's not It's not magical in any way.
Oh,
I'll start.
Cool. It probably would have taken me 10 minutes to figure that out.
So yeah, you're like spending 10 minutes like looking over this pewter figurine of a lion.
sad.
What's everyone else doing for 10 minutes?
Fucking with that robe. Really getting in there, feeling the fabric.
Guessing identify on the robe.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
I'd like to go off in a corner and try something.
Okay.
Great.
What's that? What is that?
I'd like to pray to Pipchin.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of this,
Like
are you doing that out loud so people will hear, or if you're doing that privately, you can just message me on Discord, and if there's a response, I will message that to you on Discord.
Great. Yeah. Kind of keeping it to myself, so I'll message you.
All right. And while you're doing that, roll me a religion check.
I'm gonna use my new D20. Okay.
Ooh.
It has 2020 on it because I got it before all of this shit went down.
20.
That's a flat 12.
Okay. So you message me your prayer, and if you get an answer back, you'll get an answer back. Okay, so yeah, Eclipse kind of wanders off into the corner, and you see her kind of like just spending just a little bit of alone time. Baxter's poring over this pewter figurine of a lion. Ogden's squeezing a robe. What about Henry, Ash, and Aglia?
Henry is probably like in the process of learning his new Mystic Arcanum spell as we wake up, since we leveled up.
Okay.
And trying to wrap his head around like the spatial warping involved in that.
Okay.
Ash is just antsy and ready to get moving. And do you know what the Obi Annie spin is? You know the scene in Revenge of the Sith where Anakin and Obi-Wan like just spin their lightsabers like in front of and behind
That
themselves.
part was so cool, though.
Yeah, he's just doing that with the Trident and Lore Weaver, just alternating back to front, just like standing in the corner, just spinning them around.
Man, yeah, spin around their backs and they just do. Oh,
Yeah.
man, that part was so cool. Anyways, best fight in the saga too. Get at me.
I mean, second only to Duel of Fates. But
True. Anyways, so Leah, what are you doing for 10 minutes?
Leah's like sitting like cross-legged on the floor, and she's like looking over the vial with the tiny heart, just like thinking like, how is the circle not ended? What is going on? Just trying to think of like what possible creature this heart could have came from. Looking it over.
So, cool. Just so people know, for Identify actually does not work on potions, apparently.
Really?
You have to sip it to find out, or take it to an alchemist, and it also does not reveal curses as well. Just reiterating that.
Thank
Just
you.
in case that happens to be relevant in this pile of items.
Does it have like a screw top, or is it more like a cork?
It's a cork. Why do you ask?
She's gonna like slowly like cork it open so it doesn't like spill anywhere.
Okay.
She's gonna like sniff it and
It's-
kind of.
It smells like the dew after like a morning rain. Like it smells like early morning, kind of like that smell after like a heavy rain shower.
Smells like sunshine dust.
Can she hear the heart beating?
No,
Okay.
it's just making little ripples in the potion.
She's gonna
Right.
take just a little sip of it.
Okay, you take a little sip of the potion, and as you sip it,
You become a drag.
A dream.
Sam, how many? You're smart. How many drinks can you get out of a potion?
I mean, in total,
Yeah, I think there's
I think-
mechanics for it. I just don't.
Drinks are just one.
I think it's you can just get one.
All right,
I think
so
I think there are there. I think if I remember correctly, in the Dungeon Master's Guide or Xanathar's or something, there's rules for mixing partial
there is.
potions
You
together.
Can mix potions together. Yeah. All right. So we'll say one sip. So you'll have another sip left worth of this potion.
Oh. Dang.
So
Or
as you
were
drink,
you just going for like a tiny little like drop?
Yeah, just a taste to
Yeah.
see what's the.
still does what it does. So there's still some left. It looks like there's like three more. We'll say three more sips left of this potion. And as you drink it, you feel yourself you feel really good. You kind of feel something, your circle, not extending, but you feel like it's extending. And your age is reduced by 7 years.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, this is interesting.
There's a 10% chance if you take another sip, though, you'll age 1d6 plus 6 years.
Ooh, good to know.
Do Leah's dark circles like lighten a little bit?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you de-age 7 years physically, not age-wise, just physically de-age 7 years.
She's like looking over her hands and stuff like that, noticing like a couple wrinkles gone, just like, oh wow.
And as you uncork that vial, the ingredients that were inside, the scorpion's tail, adder's fang, dead spider, and the tiny heart, all vanish. And you may add a potion of longevity to your equipment.
She's making sure to recork that.
Yeah. And also, we'll say 10 minutes, Ogden, you would have identified your robe. It is a robe of stars.
Oh, I don't even need that map anymore when I'm in Hollywood.
So, this black or dark blue robe is embroidered with small white or silver stars. You gain a +1 bonus to saving throws while you wear it. 6 stars located on the robe's upper front portion are particularly large. While wearing this robe, you can use an action to pull off one of the stars and use it to cast Magic Missile as a 5th level spell. Daily at dusk, 1d6 removed stars reappear on the robe. While you wear the robe, you can use an action to enter the astral plane, along with everything you are wearing and carrying. You remain there until you use an action to return to the plane you are on. You reappear in the last space you occupied, or if that space is occupied, the nearest unoccupied space.
The best person grabbed the robe. That's good.
Eclipse.
Mm-hmm.
You said you really liked this robe, right?
Well, I was interested in it. Yeah.
And then I tell you everything he just said to me.
And it requires attunement.
Okay.
And it requires Attunement. So you'll have to put this bad dad on for a while. Are you? I know that you've been. I know that it puts you in a real. I know it turns you into a little. It turns you a little sour when everyone else gets to use magic. So it's an opportunity if you wanted to.
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it.
Do you want? Well, if you don't want it, I mean, I'd love to have it, but if you don't want it, you seem hesitant.
Well, I mean, you did the work to figure out what it was.
But that's my role with the crew. Like, you mean, if something looks like it's got a funky groove to it, I'm gonna figure it out.
All right.
Yeah, that's not a thing. I mean, you snuck around the entire city for us. I think you.
I mean, it's like maybe a tenth of the city. Really, we're barely cracking the surface of how big
Look out the
this
window.
city is.
Oh God.
Yeah. You know what? I'll just take it. I'll take it for now. Okay.
All right.
Great.
See how I feel about it.
Eclipse.
And then
you can add a robe of stars to your equipment.
Okay.
I want my cape to billow a lot and just remember I'm a hero.
And then Baxter, that is a pewter figurine of a lion worth 100 gold pieces.
What sort of magics inhibit that lion?
Nothing. It's worth 100 gold. Here. And he tosses it.
Oh.
Fun fact about pewter: not good to eat off of.
Yeah. Well, there's the pewter that is mixed with
Lead.
was mixed with lead, and then the pewter that was made later in the 19th century was mixed with what was it? I forget what it was, but it wasn't lead anymore.
Tune in next week for Pewtercast. So yeah. Wait, hold on.
Antimony is a tin with copper and antimony.
Here we go.
Anthony, nice. But yes, so yeah, just a pewter figurine of a lion worth 100 gold pieces. You toss it.
Yeah, and then he just goes to the orb and
Okay.
starts doing that on that.
I always thought pewter was a type of rock when I was younger because
Pokemon.
of Pokemon, because of Pewter City. I was like, it's the rock gym. It's got to be a rock.
All right, so
What the hell?
So you spend 10 minutes focusing on that orb, Baxter.
Mhm.
Okay, you pick it up.
I'm gonna start attuning to the robe.
Okay, I'll take an hour. So you're holding on to this orb. It's kind of heavy. I think it's not heavy. It's like 3 pounds, 5 pounds, something like that. That leaves the armor with the glistening flesh and the veins and the dragon armor.
I'll start looking at Wait, can I check and see which one seems more magical?
Give me it's an Arcana check.
Sure. Oh, that's a natural 20.
The dragon armor looks like it might be more magical.
I'm gonna just
Both
get right in.
Both appear magical, but it looks like the dragon armor might be more so.
Okay, so I start.
Okay. So for the sake of what's everybody else doing in these next 10 minutes, it's another 20 minutes as another identify session goes on.
As I
White Ash is going to get curious and go over and start poking at the glistening armor.
And
Yay.
Leah's like going over
it
there
squishes
with
a
him.
little bit, like
Oh!
He's into it. He's like opening, like pulling it open and like looking inside. And
it looks like
poking
it's
at
made of like living flesh.
Ash is gonna like look around and notice like everyone else is focusing on their own stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like we're on upper level of the tower, right?
Correct.
Did we pass by any floors on the way up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Ash is just gonna like slowly and just casually make his way just down to the floor below with the armor.
Okay.
I thought that was the stuff that Ogden was identifying.
No, I'm identifying the red armor, not the
Oh.
black kite
So
armor.
Ash just kind of takes the gooey flesh-like armor down like 30 feet down to get to the second floor because the tower is 90 feet tall, so it's 30 feet down to the next floor. And everyone's kind of focused on doing their own thing. So we'll say you get down there perfectly fine.
Okay, if no one says anything, then Ash is gonna start putting it on.
Okay.
Passive. Oh no. I guess I'm not focused on you.
No,
I'm
you're not.
focused on this
So
thing.
okay, Ash, you start putting on this armor.
Yep.
All right. It is
Put
scale.
it on.
It is scale mail.
Okay.
The chitin as well.
Oh wait, hold on. No, it is not. It is
Doing the red scale that
leather.
you had, and then
It's leather. So whatever
Okay.
leather would be. So Baxter, with your identification, we're gonna go with yours first because you started first. I think I think Sam had a feeling he knew what this was.
Nope. You put on weird chitiny type armor in my campaign. I figured I'd return the favor.
Okay. So Baxter, as you're identifying this orb, it's a devastation orb. It is an elemental bomb that can be created at the site of an elemental node by performing a ritual with an elemental weapon. The type of orb created depends on the node used. For example, an air node creates a devastation orb of air. It takes an hour to complete the ritual to make this thing and 2,000 gold worth of components. A devastation orb measures 12 inches in diameter, weighs 10 pounds, so it is kind of heavy, and has a solid outer shell. The orb detonates 1d100 hours after its creation, releasing the elemental energy it contains. The orb gives no outward sign of how much time remains before it will detonate. Identify and divination can be used to ascertain when this orb will explode. Are you using identify or no?
Identify, yeah.
Okay, cool. It will detonate in 3 hours. Yeah. It has an AC of 10, 15 hit points, and immunity to poison and psychic damage. Reducing it to 0 hit points causes it to explode instantly. Special containers can be crafted to prevent it from detonating. The container must be inscribed with symbols, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot to read. This is a devastation orb of fire. When this orb detonates, it creates a dry heat wave that lasts for 24 hours. Within the area of effect, the rules for extreme heat apply, as detailed in Chapter 5 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. At the end of each hour, there's a 10% chance that the heat wave starts a wildfire in a random location within the area of effect. The wildfire covers a 10-foot square area initially, but expands to fill another 10-foot square area each round until the fire is extinguished or burns itself out. So, 24 hours. A creature that comes within 10 feet of a wildfire for the first time on a turn starts its turn there, takes 3d6 fire damage. So, Baxter, you have a devastation orb, and it is a devastation orb of fire.
He's
Cool.
got a bomb with a 3-hour, just ticking 3-hour clock.
Yeah, he's just gonna throw it off the tower.
No!
Okay.
Right.
It's gonna take falling damage and
Yeah.
explode!
No, he's like throwing it away. You said
What
like,
was the radius on that thing? You said it was it starts forest fires, so like
10 foot radius, 10-foot square radius initially, but that extends every hour to be like to a wildfire. 10% chance to make a wildfire.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
Has 15 hit points. If you threw it, it would take 96 bludgeoning damage because it's 90 feet up and just.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got 3 hours.
I'd like to just make it a non-variable, honestly.
Put it in the bag of devouring!
yeah, that would
Yeah, Bag of Devouring would destroy it. But Ash is currently not here.
Ash doesn't have it. He left it. He tossed it onto the dragon.
It's on the body of the dragon.
Oh,
of
that's
course.
right.
It's just slowly eating the dragon corpse.
We'll pass it on the thoroughfair.
Yeah.
All right.
On our way back through.
Hopefully we don't take 3 more hours in here.
Dragon scale mail is made of the scales of one kind of dragon. Blah blah blah. So it's a red dragon. While wearing this armor, you gain a +1, and this is considered scale mail, obviously. While wearing this armor, you gain a +1 bonus to AC, and you have advantage on saving throws against the frightful presence and breath weapons of dragons, and you have resistance to 1 damage type. So fire, because this is a red dragon. Additionally, you can focus your senses as an action to magically discern the distance and direction to the closest dragon of the type of armor within 30 miles of you. This special action cannot be used again until the next dawn. So basically, it's used to detect red dragons, and you have resistance to fire damage while wearing it.
Nice.
And that is Dragon Scale Mail. Also requires attunement.
And that's medium armor.
Yes. And then Ash.
Mm-hmm.
You put the armor on, and it takes you. This armor requires attunement after wearing it, so you need to wait for the attunement process.
I don't have any attunement slots left.
So it automatically attunes, and you automatically unattune to the first item you would or the last item you attune to. So that'd be Lore Weaver.
Wait, the first or the last?
I think it's the last item you attune to.
Well, the last would be the Belt of Stone Giant Strength.
So that one you want to attune to.
Oh. Okay.
While wearing this armor, as you attune to the armor, tendrils pulse out from the armor and burrow inside you, and just dig into your flesh and stab into your flesh. While wearing this armor, you have a +1 bonus to armor class, and you have resistance to necrotic, poison, and psychic.
Okay.
You can add living armor, leather to your thing. There is something in that equipment that you would not know though, because certain things do not reveal that information yet.
Okay, I will. Living armor, leather.
So the entry that says symbiotic nature, yeah, you would not know that unless someone has a way to detect certain things.
Okay.
But yeah, the tendrils from inside the armor just stab into your flesh and burrow into your skin.
Ow.
And you're wearing this black chitin with pulsing veins and these red sinews that kind of attach the pieces of the armor together.
Gross.
Fun.
Oh no. There goes wearing fancy shirts.
I can wear shirts on top of it.
Yeah.
They won't,
Just get like
they
a
won't,
triple XL.
they won't lay the same. You won't get that nice line.
I mean, Henry has tailor contacts.
Ash has tailor contacts.
Ash.
Ash has tailor contacts.
I am Sigmund. So that's all the magic items looked at. That just leaves the 3 potions of greater healing.
Sorry, every time.
Eclipse, you do not hear an answer.
Okay.
And
What about the who wants the potions?
no, who she was praying to.
Yeah.
Oh. Here's this armor. I don't wear armor myself, but if anybody wants it, huh?
I'll be honest, Jess's armor is pretty sweet. Still. Yeah. With that sweet +3 to stealth.
Is the scale mail heavy or medium?
It's medium.
Medium.
Okay. Henry looks over and says, I think I could actually possibly benefit from that.
Oh, perfect! Great. Let's keep you safe.
I do have this breastplate, though, so I don't know which one would be more beneficial.
It is the adamantine breastplate, so that's immunity to critical hits.
Yeah, that's helpful. But
Well, why don't you wear one and Carnifex wears the other?
that'd be nice. Really quick, Justin.
Yeah.
Downstairs, when all this stuff starts burrowing into Ash, he's gonna try. He's gonna try. I don't think it'll work, but he's gonna try something. He's gonna take out Cold Snap and activate the cold aura on it,
Okay.
and try and focus on the living armor with the cold aura.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I mean, the last time you put on something that burrowed into your skin, you got possessed for 2
Yeah.
years.
That's why he's not. Yeah.
It's gotta be a horrible flashback.
Mm-hmm.
She's just having
Most-
PTSD flashbacks.
Mostly because now I can't use my belt. I mean, I could, but I have to unattune to one of my other 2.
Awesome
weapons.
weapons.
Yeah, and if I unattune to Cold Snap, I can't hold it. So that's tricky.
And you can't unattune to the armor?
Well, I don't know. I haven't tried.
Ooh.
I'm guessing
That was
giving it that it burrowed into my skin. Probably not.
Guess is that this was perhaps, I don't mean to metagame too much, but I think this may have been the thing we were warned about,
Mm-hmm.
curse-wise. Who am I but a wizard?
Anyways, yeah, Ash, you try doing that with Cold Snap. Nothing happens.
Okay.
It kind of feels like those tendrils that went into your body are like parasites.
Oh
I'm the
no!
captain now.
But yeah,
Parasite.
so
20 winter 2020.
yeah, Ash, you got the armor on. Don't
Okay.
You're just standing there, kind of like everyone else has identified the other objects. The orb of devastation is counting down. What are you guys doing?
What was the? I'm gonna compare the armor for Henry. What was the dragon armor called?
Just dragon scale mail.
Red dragon skill.
It is
Red
a
dragon
very
scale.
rare item.
Okay.
Dang, cool.
All of these magic items were very rare.
Ooh. Yeah.
Leah's picking up the healing potions and she's putting them in her bag.
Okay.
Should we? Just a curiosity. Should more than one person hold them, or should we put eggs in one basket? What do you guys? What's the healing potion distribution? Anybody have any insight?
I think.
Oh, would you like one, Ogden? And Leah holds one out to you.
Sure. Yeah. No. Just in case, because. However, I guess I want to make sure that if one person gets hurt, there's a way to help them.
I
able to do that.
already have a couple potions on my person.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
Already.
Right.
Yeah. I can take another, but
Well, if you have
don't-
some, I think just
Yeah.
having some is the.
I am fairly fresh on the scene, so to speak, and don't have much.
Oh, do you wear armor, perhaps?
Oh, right. And he'll touch his coat, which he'll release the glamour on, and it's just like kind of a ratty-looking mundane set of armor that is just has like an enchantment to make it look like whatever he wants.
Because Henry, yeah, he does switch the dragon scale mail is better. So
So he takes off the adamantine breastplate.
yeah, and he holds it up and says, "Well, this has served me quite well. If you would perhaps like it."
Well, unfortunately, can't wear anything that would bog me down too much.
All right.
Mostly
come on, it's
trained
like a
in-
rite of passage, not passion. It's a rite of passage within the crew where that breastplate's been on a few of other crew members. So, like,
As the
Well-
captain of initiation, that makes sense that you would know this rule.
Well, it would inhibit my movement, I believe, based on the bulkiness of it. So if you don't mind me being less effective and unable to cast anything, I could wear it.
it's your prerogative. In your life. I just want to keep you safe.
Leah's gonna go walk up to him and get a little too close because she knows Baxter's little oof to the spores and just like, would you like one of the potions, Baxter?
I wouldn't mind it. That would be handy. I've had to administer many potions to friends before, and even though haven't always been the most competent in battle, I have been able to help out with a potion once in a while.
Don't worry, Baxter. You're not the only liability here. So am I.
Yes, well, I try to stay far enough away so as not to become one. So, yes, I would take one of those. I think if it's fine with everyone else.
And she has it out to him.
Okay. As you guys are having this little moment together, the ceiling of this is the top floor of the tower, and the ceiling is caved in from where the dragon would constantly land on. So half of the ceiling is just caved in, and you can see outside. And it looks like a lot of the shadows that were outside have dispersed since you all kind of took your long rest. Not completely, but slightly.
Is there any hint of the sun, or is it
No.
still covered by trees?
Still covered by trees.
Okay. So it's still dim light, or is it non-magical darkness?
It's still non-magical darkness.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I figure I should mention this thing is going to explode within a few hours. It's going to be really messy.
Ash, where did Ash go?
Oh yeah,
Didn't he have a bag of something?
Justin, since the armor burrowed into my skin, is it on top of my clothes or under my clothes?
It depends on how you put it on. Did you take your clothes off?
I mean, did it seem like it was gonna be should be right up against me, or did it seem like it was gonna be bulky enough that it would fit on top of the clothes?
It's form fitting.
He's wearing an A shirt underneath. He's like Wolverine.
Ash is wearing a cat suit.
Yeah, Ash is pretty baggy.
Wearing a morph under
Like-
this?
It's pretty baggy clothing, so he might have gotten down to his skivvies to put it on.
Yeah, so yeah, it would have been buried into straight flesh.
So then he'll pull his pants on over it, and then the shirt on over it, and
Yeah.
button it up so you can't see the.
Yep. Okay.
And then hearing his name, he'll come back upstairs, holding the belt and cold snap. He's going to go. All right. So for reasons, would anyone like this trident?
So you're unattuned to it?
Not yet, but I can.
Oh, I'm the only one who can touch it besides you because I'm attuned to the other cold staff.
Well, I can unattune to it and put it down, and then someone else can pick it up and attune to it.
Dope.
Ah.
Dope.
But until then, I'd rather not unattune to it because it becomes impossible to pick up.
I don't think anyone else is proficient in martial weapons.
Oh wait, I think
Is Colt
Henry is.
Henry.
Here you go. Thank you.
Okay, I gotta remember how cold snap works for attuning.
Okay.
Because I think there was cold damage to it.
Yeah. Let's see. Every hour you hold it that isn't attuned to it, you take a d6 of cold damage.
Okay, so that'll be an hour
Okay.
passing for Henry to attune to it.
Yeah.
So he takes.
Do we have an hour? Do we have an hour to?
Yeah, it'll go down to 2 hours for that orb.
Okay.
So, yeah, an hour passes. So
So
Henry
I'll
can attune, and Henry takes 1 cold damage.
This is
Okay.
quite funny and all, but we should do something with this.
Oh, and while I'm doing that, while Henry's attuning to Cold Snap, I'll reattune to the Belt of Stone Giant Strength.
Okay.
Also, can you? I don't think I can give Cold Snap. I'll check if it shows up, but I don't know if I
Should.
can. Under all items. I'll double check.
If Henry has homebrew allowed on his character sheet.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, cool.
Anyways, what's Baxter saying?
We do have a time limit to either get moving or toss this or get rid of it.
Let's.
All right. There was a bag I found that would probably destroy that.
Oh,
Yes.
where is that?
Over
I'd
by
say-
the dragon.
Exactly.
I did kind of figure we could just toss this behind us and have it destroy this whole place. As
Well,
we walk
mean-
away.
I don't mean to mince too much here, but this is an ancient city, and though we had trouble coming in here, I think once we leave, this will be a great site for investigation and learning about cultures of thousands of years ago. I think decimating it would be maybe not the best idea.
Well, you said there was only a 10% chance of wildfires, This dragon survived a dragon for possibly hundreds, if not thousands of years. I think it can survive a day of heat and wildfires.
But like, we could literally just carry it with us and just slam dunk it in the bag, and then that's it, and we don't have to worry about ifs. We can just it's over.
Yes, I was just hoping we could destroy some of these things that are all over the place now.
I'm gonna lean out the hole in the wall and look around and see if he sees any shadows or monsters around.
Not currently.
I think they might all be gone.
That's my assessment as well. As soon as we showed up, the shadow assassins seemed to respond to the lack of shadow dragon master. So if you want to have if you want to talk about this as we walk on our way, I am anti destroy history.
Right. Well,
and personally, that is my vote.
If we should not forget that we did find a party that had what appeared to be the vampire bites on their necks. So
you all would probably also know that if the wildfire would happen, there's a chance it could also reach Roderstein, where Thrawn lives.
Ooh.
This thing is endless.
Well, yeah,
I mean, once it starts, it will catch and keep going.
For 24 hours, yeah.
Have you ever lived in California during fire season?
Regardless of the type of orb, its effect is contained within a sphere with a 1 mile radius. It's at the bottom of the description. Well, not the bottom, in the middle.
I think that. So I think, does that mean that? Because that I think that means the magical effects have a 1 mile radius, but if the forest catches on fire,
either way,
it's on fire.
I ruled that would be an orb of devastation. So
yeah.
So again, I gotta say, I'm very anti scorched earth campaign, and if we have a solution, let's proceed with as much caution and speed as possible. It's just up the thoroughfare.
All right, Mr. Boon.
I believe that's Captain Boon. Technically, we're all captains. Sorry, I'm just a little touchy on titles. Not used to them, so I want to keep it. Yeah.
Words matter. Words matter.
Yeah, sorry.
Stuff those sorries in a sack along with this orb. Let's go!
Yes.
While everybody's talking and mulling this over, Leah's gonna take one of the fuzzy objects out of the bag of tricks and just kind of toss it on the ground, just to have a companion while they're walking.
Okay, what bag of tricks is it again?
It's the rust.
It's red. Rust,
I have to roll a d8 and it has the creatures.
Is it this fuzzy creature?
Well, since it's random, I will roll the d8 and let you know what you get.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
An owl. Ooh.
Rust has a friend!
Whenever he comes back from wherever he is,
So
Russ will have a friend.
So a little barn owl bursts out of that puffy fluff ball.
Come here, bud. And Leah just puts it on her shoulder, let's go, guys. She's scratching his little head.
I'm fine. Fine.
Ogden, Russ has a new friend.
Oh, wondrous. That's wonderful.
Where is Russ, by the way? I haven't really seen him recently.
Doing things and stuff.
Would you care to be a little more
I would not. I would not care to be more specific. It's wizard stuff. Just starts walking towards.
Okay. You all leave the tower. You see the dragon's corpse it's still splayed out in the middle of the street. A lot of the shadows are still dissipating. And there's a bag kind of slumped on its body. A very small little bag, just...
Wait for a certain punchy goblin to prove him out of existence.
Would the space maggots have kind of dissipated by now?
Yes.
Okay.
Ash, do you think this bag will be fine to grab and touch? Can we? Should
Maybe
I
just don't stick anything in it.
mage hand?
How much-
Also, oh sorry.
How much can Mage Hand lift? 5 pounds.
10
10
pounds.
pounds? Okay.
So I couldn't hold that and the demon bag, but I want to hold it up and then hold it.
Yeah.
Can I? Mage hand can open things, right?
Yes.
Is there a world in which I'm
Yeah.
holding this bag with mage hand and then?
Yep. The orb weighs 10 pounds as well.
The other mage hand, the other ghost lantern mage hand.
Yeah.
Presenting
Yeah.
the
Here we
bag.
go. And he'll just roll it in.
Okay, and it just disappears into the void.
Good.
One of the tassels just.
Well, this is a fairly useful thing actually. We need to dispose of terrible artifacts all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I
Without
mean-
any consequences. Yeah. Do you remember that? Oh no,
Well-
you weren't there for it. You were in the jar for
Mhm.
that.
What?
Nothing.
So,
Nothing happened.
This seems like a pretty useful item. I mean, if nobody wants it,
based on
Yeah,
the
no, if you want to hang on to
wants
it.
based on the identify that I believe
Mm-hmm.
Ogden identified it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, last session. Yeah.
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 Any inorganic material, inanimate objects put in that bag aren't destroyed. They just go into a different plane of existence.
Oh,
That should probably have no consequences whatsoever, and we should forget about it.
just started a forest fire in the Feywild.
Yeah.
No! No! Do we know where the bag goes?
No. Plane of the DM's choice.
I
So it changes every time.
Justin
thought it always went to like a.
Nope. That's if it's put. That's the mechanics of a bag of holding and a bag of devouring put inside each other. That opens up a thing to the astral plane. The bag of devouring, if inanimate objects put inside of it, go to a plane of my choice.
Oh, I honestly thought it was just a space junkyard.
Nope.
Was essentially what a bag of devouring was.
Nope.
Like its own parallel universe of like just refuse.
It's so the bag of devouring is an interdimensional creature inside the bag. It devours creatures that are put inside the bag. But if it's an inanimate object, it goes to a different place of existence. Once each day.
Also, I realized that we should definitely keep this because we have someone that can cast polymorph in the party, and so we can polymorph enemies into squirrels and then just toss them in the bag.
You said at the beginning of this session that we just woke up from a long rest?
Correct.
Okay. Well, you guys probably would have noticed that Baxter didn't go to sleep. So, just hold that.
So you're saying Baxter visibly looks like he's 8 hours awake more than the rest of us?
No.
No.
Oh, so you said we wouldn't notice?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay, great.
you would have noticed he didn't sleep, but you wouldn't notice anything. You wouldn't notice that having an effect on him.
We could retcon a 4-hour tea party that you and I had. So I only need 4 hours to trance.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
The dragon's
That would
body
be nice.
the dragon's body lurches a little
Yeah.
bit, just like
Stab it.
Ah! Just a quick, pull up Peggy.
Peggy the leggy. I'm gonna like stab at it
okay.
Would
in like
not
a
be
vital
funny.
spot.
You stab at it and it just disappears.
Oh.
That doesn't normally happen to dragon corpses, right?
I don't know about you, but I've not been around that many dragon corpses, to be honest.
I'll be honest, this is my first one besides that bone dragon from earlier.
There was a bone dragon? Oh, that one, right, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
We have a life dragon who's a friend of Noose's.
since joining this crew, if you count the undead dinosaur we ran into, I've seen so many dragons It's
How
been
many is so many, Ogden?
And as you're all standing here talking, more of the shadows start to creep out from the forest and the buildings, and they're not approaching, but they're just staring.
Shall we?
Ogden? And
Yes.
I ignite the light for daylight. I mean, not daylight, light for the drift globe.
All right.
No,
Just
the activation word is Ogden.
Oh,
Just remember in that
forgot.
moment of panic, I'm just like,
I forgot.
So yeah,
yes.
Daylight radiates out, and as it casts light on these shadows,
It's just a 20-foot radius
okay, nothing's within
for
that.
light. It's a light spell.
Yeah, none of these shadows are within that radius. They're all out of it, so they're still all just staring, not approaching. They all look solemn and upset and sad, and they're just staring silently at everybody.
Can I help you?
No answer.
Also gonna pick up ghost lantern to help augment the light around our circle.
And then they all smile maliciously, like really wide, unnatural smiles, and they all disappear.
Let's keep the lights up for a while.
That's pretty funny.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna start leading the party if they follow down the main thoroughfare through
Okay.
northward through the city.
All right, so as you guys start going through the city, a lot of these buildings look derelict. They don't have nothing of value hiding inside of them. So for the sake of time and sanity, after about
3 hours of hiding through buildings.
Yeah, after, let's say, 3 hours, you guys start to get to the end of Dol Shadar. And at the end of your little walking trip through the city, at the end of the city you can see there's like a large iron gate where a guardhouse used to be that's collapsed. And beside the guardhouse there's a large sign that points through and says, "To Matron's Bog," and it says 1 mile to Matron's Bog, and 5 miles to Silver Thrush. And kind of beside this sign, and you guys would know Matron's Bog is your destination, and beside the sign looks like an old bank house that's collapsed, and you can see a faint light kind of glimmering from the inside.
Cast mage armor.
Okay.
Do we want to check that out, or should we just keep going?
Well, we've come this far already.
Captain of Time.
Well, we did come this far. You do have a good point.
All right.
Nothing can be worse than the dragon we just killed, right?
Well, there's legends of things worse than a dragon. You know, like gods taking over the world.
There are indeed worse things out there.
So
Well, what are the chances that there were a dragon and something worse than a dragon also in this city?
Ash, remember what happened back home?
Dragons are territorial.
You're going to have to be more specific.
You know, when we released, a evil god as well as maybe a horde of demons.
I don't remember the Horde of Demons part. I was not present for that.
Nope.
Yeah, well,
You all did that without me.
yeah, well, you released the gods, so I think we're even.
Right, okay, yes. I'm just saying, what are the... I'm fairly certain if there was something terrible else in here, that we would have heard about it. The dragon would have mentioned it, maybe.
Would it have, though?
I don't know. It's a bank, isn't it?
Alright, you know what? Fine. I'll go scope it out, see if there's anything in there.
You're going into the bank?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay, it's
do
about-
my
it's
Mission
about-
Impossible.
Okay, it's about 60
Stop
feet.
it.
It's about 60 feet away, next to the signs that I mentioned and the gates leading out of Dol Shadar.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're doing it sneaky, give me a stealth check.
Doing a sneaky.
Anybody else going or letting her do it?
Just watching.
21.
Okay. Baxter,
Oh wait,
Baxter, you're
I
going?
knew. Oh, I can't roll lower than a 10 now on things I'm proficient, skills I'm proficient at. So that's a 26.
26. Here, you raised your hand. Is Baxter going too or no?
Nope, he was waving
Oh, okay.
people ahead.
Okay, cool. All right, Eclipse, you get to the bank. You feel like you were quiet. And let me just rearrange some chat windows because someone's video dropped for a second.
Oh no. Ripperoonie.
Pepperoni. All right, so yeah, you get to the thing I am describing in just a moment. Okay, so it's a massive bank vault, but it's mostly the bank looks like it's mostly been destroyed. Not really anything. Doesn't look like there's anything. Looks like there's no point to going inside. But as you get inside, you see that the massive vault doors are like the only things left intact in this bank. Everything else is rubble, and kind of like standing by the bank vault are 3 of these massive stone statues holding large spears, and they're just covered in grasping vines and moss. Like they've been here for a long time. Like, yeah, just really old. And the vault looks like it's a 40 by 40 foot diameter door, circular door made of solid stone, and there's a glowing arcane symbol on the door.
Ogden, you might be of assistance here.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
Perfect.
sorry, there was something happening.
Because my video is frozen, but if you can hear me, I'm going to proceed.
Okay.
Since I cast that spell where I can read any language, does that help me read the arcane symbol on the door?
It's a spell, but you can read any language, so I'll say give me an Arcana check with advantage. Because it's not a word or anything, it's just a spell.
You said history or arcana? Or...
Arcana with advantage.
Cool. That is a 26.
It looks, as you examine this lock, or the spell, it looks like the arcane lock spell. The only way this door can be opened is if the lock is that sigil is dispelled, or if you know the word that opens the arcane lock. But you do not know the word.
What's going on, everyone?
There's a safe in here. It's not open, is it?
No.
It seems pretty tightly shut, and there's some arcane symbols on the door, as well as a few odd statues that I'm not quite sure about.
I could probably get in there fairly easily.
Go on ahead.
Anyone want to come with?
Sure. Well, actually, probably. Well, unless Eclipse after you, if you want to go.
No, I think you being a magic user might be of more help in this instance. So after you.
I'm a barbarian.
Oh, I thought you were Henry. I thought that was Henry.
Nope. I suppose I could go also.
Yes, well, who knows what we'll find inside. Whether or not we'll even be able to carry whatever's in there out could be untold amounts of wealth that we might not even be able to carry.
All I know is that sigil, if you dispel it...
Good things happen?
With that
That's all I know.
With that Arcana check as well, you get the idea there's more to it than just a lock spell as well.
Oh, so it's a lock spell. Sorry, I didn't hear anything you said except for it came in and out.
It's the arcane lock spell, so it can only be opened if you know the word that opens the lock, which you guys don't, or it can be dispelled. But when you did your little Arcana check, there's more to it than that as well.
Speak friend and enter. What's the Elvish word for friend?
Unless someone has dispel magic.
No, I have that. Yeah,
Or
I could
not.
get rid of
I
that.
have it, but I don't have it prepped. So,
I have it.
and you have it prepped.
That's how warlocks do.
That's how they be doing.
So, do we want to do this?
You know what? Why not? We killed a dragon today. Let's do it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna get up.
Beforehand, do you mind if I have a look at these statues as well?
It's all you, Baxter.
All right, I'll have a look at these statues.
Sure. Would you like any help with that?
Oh, if you would. Oh, if you're interested as well, feel free. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad we didn't destroy all of this. Like, it's beautiful. I'll learn anything about them. It's fantastic.
So you're looking at these statues. Are you trying to ascertain anything specific from them?
Just to see if they are defensive or if they are for aesthetic.
If you're trying to figure out if they're for defensive or aesthetic, Arcana check.
Okay.
And I'm
good
helping.
at those.
I was going to
Yeah,
use
with
that.
advantage, because Ogden's helping.
Cool. 12 and 6, so 12.
No
No bonuses.
They might be defensive, or they might just be decorative.
It's a toss-up. Ready yourselves.
So, before anything happens, the radius of this bank is very tight because it is collapsed and there's debris everywhere. So there's really only relatively room for 3 people to be in front of this vault, and then it starts to get cramped.
Well, I only have to be 120 feet. I can be way across on the other side of the street.
Yeah, but you had to get up close to examine these statues.
Okay, well then I'll just back up.
Okay.
Cool. Everyone ready? Everybody want to stay in or out? Who's in, who's out?
I'll stay in.
I'll stay in also. I'll be back here with you.
Okay.
Lee is just peering from the door, going, I'm just going to watch.
Okay.
I have no idea where to be. What an exciting moment.
Close no galo.
Dispel magic.
Dispel magic.
Okay, as soon as the arcane lock dispels, those statues grind and animate, and
Cool.
I need everybody to roll initiative.
Great.
This was the other thing. This was the part 2.
Really, Ogden. I'm sorry.
I'm a wizard.
So, Eclipse, what'd you get for initiative?
27.
Ash.
21.
Ogden Boon.
17.
Leah.
I got a 15. Do I roll initiative for my owl, right?
I don't know how it works for the bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Or they go after you.
We'll say it goes after you.
Okay.
Henry
16.
and Baxter.
17.
Okay. So, Eclipse, as always, you're first. These 3 statues just... They start to
Alright.
animate off the walls. They are about 10 feet tall each.
Cool. Cool.
They have
Obviously, they're stone.
massive stone shields.
Cool. Then in that case, I'm gonna use my cloak or my robe, and I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at one of them.
Okay. It's a 5th level magic missile.
Oh, buddy. So
Okay.
automatically hits.
Yep.
Can I please look at the spell D&D Beyond? Please? No? Great. Cool. So that's what, like 8d4 at 5th level?
If you have it attuned, it should show
Yeah.
up in your spells list.
Make sure you're
Okay.
attuned to it.
I did attune to it. There it is. 5th level. 1 cast. 1d4 and creates 1 more dart for each level above first. So that's an extra 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, 3, 4. So 7 d4 total.
4, 5,
7.
6, 7. Ah, fuck me. So many dice. Tossing them everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 14 plus 7 is 21 points of, what is it, force damage?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's these darts of
Yeah.
magical energy hit into the statue, and it just looks like it didn't really hurt it all that much. It did damage.
Great.
It looks like it took the damage, but it looks
Mhm.
like it didn't really hurt it all that much.
We should go. And then that's my turn. And then I'm gonna start backing out of the room.
All right, Ash.
All right. Ash is going to turn to the Lore Weaver and attack that one twice.
Okay.
Because, is what he do.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do.
So, first attack, 25.
25 hits.
Second attack, 28.
28 hits.
And then, then roll damage for those. Oh, wait. Bonus action rage, then attack.
Yep.
Yeah. That is minimum damage. 13 damage on the first hit.
Okay.
And second one is 19.
19. So you stab it twice with Lord. It just scrapes across the stone, chips off little pieces of the stone. Otherwise, it's still standing pretty solid.
All right, then Ash will just stand right up there next to it.
Okay, that'll bring it to Baxter.
Well, this is also funny. And he's gonna point at the other one, and he's gonna say a familiar phrase and cast a spell magic on it.
Nothing happens.
Cool. That's his turn.
Oh, wait, hold on. Sorry. Yeah, nothing happens.
Cool. It's not like an animate.
Nope.
Cool.
Okay, Ogden Boon.
Hum-de-dum. I got all these spells. Okay. Yeah. Let's. How close are they to me? Because I know I was in the room.
Like within 5 feet.
5 feet. Oh, they're touch distance.
I said it was a very narrow kind of area. Yeah.
Okay. Well then, shocking grasp. It is.
Okay.
On the closest one to me.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
18 hits as this shocking grass lands into its chest.
So, roll that. So that damage is 11 lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to run away from it.
Okay, we'll make an attack of opportunity. And technically all three would get an attack of opportunity because they're all within 5 feet. So you sure you want to do that?
The one that he hit with shocking grasp doesn't have a reaction.
Okay, well the other two do. So, and they're within 5 feet. So are you doing that, Ogden, or no?
Caleb, you're frozen.
Oh well.
The statues go inert and die.
What?
Whatever.
Alright.
Just because I don't know what to do. Whatever.
He's back.
He's back.
Okay. Ogden, are you actually running away? Because the two of them would get an attack of opportunity against you still. Because there's
Two of them would,
yeah,
huh?
yeah,
They're all that close?
yeah. The bank area is very narrow.
How wide is the hallway?
10 feet.
Did
Perfect.
none of them want to attack Eclipse? Because she also ran away.
But when you disengage, you can't.
She didn't
No attacks opportunity on you though, because you're swashbuckler.
Yeah.
That's only for melee weapon attacks. I used a spell.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, one's gonna definitely do that then.
Yeah. If I can steal it.
So that's
Wait,
a
you
16 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah, so it swings its big like shield towards you and nothing. So yeah, Ogden, are you disengaging or are you staying there?
Yeah, I would like to run still.
Okay, so these two will make attacks opportunity against you. The two that can. The first one is a 10 to hit. 11 to hit, sorry. And he's frozen again.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm
There, just have him come sit next to you.
Yeah. Hey, kid. Have you tried the other connection?
Oh no.
While they're figuring this out, Justin, how big are these creatures?
10 feet tall each.
10 feet tall. Perfect.
Made of stone.
All right. Henry has a way for us to get away from these.
Okay.
Is it what
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I'm excited. This is the perfect setup for this.
All right. So Caleb, the first.
I'm gonna still run.
Okay, so the first hit's an 11 to hit, doesn't hit. The second one is a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
It's your boy Ogden. I didn't roll my portents for today.
Nope.
I'll roll them now and let you know what they are.
You take 10 bludgeoning damage,
Sexy.
and that brings it to Henry.
Okay. Henry is back like at the entrance of everything with Baxter. So he is going to ready his action to cast a spell for when everybody is out of the way. Actually, how many people are still like up in the front area with them?
I think it was just
Eclipse.
Ogden, Ash, and Eclipse.
Yeah, so it's just
I got hit. Do I still get to move?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's just Ash up there.
Okay, so it's just Ash up there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Then what Henry is going to do is trust that Ash will be okay. And so there's like a gap, there's like a stretch of hallway between us and the stone creatures.
Yeah, 10 feet wide, 10 feet long.
Okay. Then he won't ready the action. He'll just do this on his turn. Henry's going to cast Arcane Gate
Okay.
and create two gates
Mm-hmm.
facing each other.
Yep.
One with its back, both of them pointing inward towards the section that the stone creatures are in.
Okay.
So if they try to come towards us, they'll just end up back at the side with the vault door, and they
Okay.
cannot pass through the hallway.
All right.
And it's 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, so it fills the
Yeah,
entire
so they
hallway.
can't get through it. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
But we can see through it from the back, so if we want to sit here for like however long the spell lasts and just blast at them, or we can run.
And just watch
Oh.
Ash get beat to a pulp.
Yes, he can't get. Well, Henry will get him out next round.
All right. So that'll
All right.
bring it to anything else for Henry then?
Nope, that'll be it for Henry.
All right, Leah.
So with this thing, like the portal,
Mm-hmm.
if we shot spells through it, it would go through and hit them still, or no?
Yes, because it's we're looking at the back side of it, and the back side of it is just it looks like there's nothing.
Okay.
You can see through it from the back. It's like it's not even there if you go through it from the back, but from the front, it's like it is there.
Okay.
It's weird.
Cool. So Leah was like all the way back, like outside, like peered into the door, and she's just gonna throw a chill touch down there.
Okay, which one? The one that's been getting beaten up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nat 20!
Nice. Max damage plus roll damage.
So that's 16, 24.
11th level, so it's
Plus.
beefy now.
Ooh, if only you could crit on magic missile with all of those d4s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, except for you can't.
Yeah, because you don't roll.
Yeah.
If only you could, though.
5 necrotic damage.
How much?
45.
Oh, he said 5.
Yeah, I heard 5. All right.
45.
So it takes 45 necrotic damage, and it looks like it's getting closer to being destroyed.
Holy shit.
Anything else?
Wow.
No. And then I guess after my turn, it's gonna be the owl.
Is the owl doing anything? It's an owl.
It's. He's just gonna hoot and like give morale, and he's just gonna give it a nice little hoot.
Okay.
Twice like a brown owl, once like a barn owl.
Alrighty. That'll bring it to one of these statues, and the statues can only see Ash. So it's gonna make its 2 shield slam attacks against Ash.
Dang it.
The first one's a 16.
Yes.
Okay. So the shield hits you in the face, and you take 11 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half.
Yep.
Still baffles me that my AC is higher than Ash's. I don't know why.
And then a 17 to hit, as it hits you on top of the head with the shield.
Also, yes.
12 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half. 6.
Okay.
And it's just going to stay there. It'll bring it to one of the other ones that's also going to attack Ash twice with the shield.
Just surrounded.
The first, that is a 24 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
14 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half, so 7.
All right. Just drop below triple digits.
And then the second, it's going to take a second shield and go underneath your chin, Captain America style.
Okay.
Just ding. For a 26 to hit. 19 plus,
Oh, yeah.
19 plus 7. 10 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half.
Okay.
5. And that'll bring it to the final one. Who is going to 2 shield attacks. In the face, that's a 11 to hit.
No.
And the
Finally dodges one.
And the second one hits you in the forehead for a 16 to hit.
He dodges back and it just smacks him in the face.
10 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half. You take 4.
Okay.
5. And that'll bring it to Eclipse.
I guess since I'm out of range, I'll just throw another magic missile at it.
Okay, so you pick another diamond off the robe.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 8, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17, plus 7 is 24.
It's crumbling in places, and it looks like it's about to be destroyed, that one.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, hey! Ash! Get out of there!
I don't think I can, but also, I think we're doing all right. Face is just bleeding.
Alright, anything else, Eclipse?
I want to try to start getting a potion ready, because Ash just looks awful.
Okay.
Really doesn't, though. Ash has 89 health left.
She saw him take 5 shields to the face, so...
Alright,
And yet he still has 89 health left.
That's nothing else, then that's Ash's turn.
All right.
2 of these statues have not been hit once, and the one in front of you is crumbling.
I'll attack that one twice.
Okay.
That's a 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
And second attack is an 18 to hit.
18. The second attack, it's going to use its reaction, and a magical shield goes around it, and it deflects the second attack.
Okay. So that is 17 damage.
That one crumbles in place.
Okay. And then bonus action will swing the butt end of the Lore Weaver around with Polearm Master.
Okay.
For a third attack. 30.
30 hits.
Okay. That's a D4. And that is 11 points of damage on that.
Okay, whack into its like lower torso, and the stone kind of cracks where you hit it. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Baxter.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And I guess I'll just aim for the one with the lowest health.
Sure.
If there is one.
Yeah, the one that Ash just hit. Looks like there's a little crack in its torso.
28 to hit.
28 hits.
Alright. That one did 9 damage.
Okay.
Second one.
Okay.
26 to hit.
26 hits. 2 Eldritch Blasts first. Just the spider web starts to spread out a little more.
11 damage.
All right. I believe you have 3 now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And natural 20.
So max damage plus roll damage. The third one hits that spider web again and just causes the crack to just spider web across almost its entire torso.
Alright, so that's 13 plus 15 is 28.
Alrighty. Reduced below 3 digits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Blow.
Alright.
How close are they?
From where you are, 15 feet away because they're at the end of that corridor and nothing can get through that corridor because of the arcane gates.
Well, we can get in, but nothing can get out.
Mm-hmm.
So they're 15 feet away total.
Don't know what's going on here. We'll back up 20 feet.
Okay. That brings us to Ogden Boon.
I'm going to toll the dead on that guy who's been taking a lot of damage.
Alrighty, that's a wisdom save, right?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20. For a 20.
Dang! Okay, so it'll take half this damage.
Nope, not for Toll the Dead.
Nope. Not for
Oh,
cantrips.
it will take none of the damage as finger symbols go don't do any damage.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else, Mr. Boon?
Best of luck, Ash!
I'm doing alright.
You've got this!
Alrighty. Henry Lofferton.
Well, I thought this would be a running tactic, but this actually seems to be working quite well. Yeah, Henry is just gonna blast off 3 Eldritch Blasts.
Got the same one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about you helping Ash?
Well, he seems to be doing all right. I think he wants to stay in there.
What would you know, Henry?
No, he's right. I do want to stay in here.
Oh, that's self-explanatory.
Alright, so
Alright.
Eldritch Blast.
18.
18, that one is going to use its reaction and do that magical shield, so the Eldritch Blast does not hit.
Okay, second
So,
one.
scatters across it.
That's a 12.
12 does not hit.
And a 21.
21 hits. So,
Alright.
hits it where it keeps spider webbing.
For 6 points of force damage.
6 points of force damage. And as you guys are like hitting into it looks like... Yeah, never mind. I don't know why I would say that right now. Anyways, yeah. Anything else, Mr. Lofferton?
Nope, that is it.
That brings it to Leah.
Seeing how she, like, last time it, like, looked like it did something to it, Leah's just like, oh, and she's gonna cast Chill Touch again at that one.
Alright, make an attack roll.
Dirty 20.
Hits. Another chill touch just into its chest.
Twenty points of necrotic damage.
Nice. That one looks starting to look real bad as well.
And that's her turn. And the owl this time, she's gonna make it go fly over to Ogden and go give him the help action on his turn.
Okay. Start of that bank statue's turn. It looks like, because I forgot that they have this feature. It looks like some of the cracks repair itself, and it regains 10 hit points. And it's going to make 2 shield attacks against Ash. Just
Bring it! Bring it!
For the face, that is a 15 plus 7 to hit.
Oh yeah, I thought you were about to say 15. I was like, no! And then yes.
9 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half, you take 4. So just
Alright.
and then it's gonna just try to punch you like on the bridge of the nose with its shield. For a 16 to hit.
Yep.
9 bludgeoning damage again, reduced to half. 4.
All right.
Then the final statue is gonna just 2 shield attacks in your face.
Why always the face?
The first one is a 22 to hit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Ash can always make himself pretty again with an action.
12 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half. You take 6.
Ooh. Felt that one a little bit.
And then it's gonna go for your teeth.
Oh no.
Not the
For 20. No.
Oh yeah.
Hold on. 25 to hit.
Yeah, if the first digit's a 2, then the answer is yes.
8 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half. You take 4. So it just punches you in the bridge of the nose with the shield, and then into your teeth.
Ah! Ah! Puh, puh, teeth.
And that brings it to Eclipse.
Cool. Oh shoot, I was gonna check something and then I didn't. Let me just look at Panache real quick. Doesn't say it has to be able to see me. So I'm gonna use Panache on the more injured statue. And it needs to make an insight check versus my persuasion.
13.
Oh. What's my persuasion? Oh, it's more than 13. So it has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets that aren't me, and can't make opportunity attacks on targets that aren't me for a minute.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. That'll bring it to Ash.
All right. Yeah. 2 attacks against the injured one.
Yep.
Well, first attack against the injured one. Let's see how it goes. 24.
24 hits, just right into the spider webbing. That's where all the damage is getting concentrated.
All right. Minimum damage again. 10, 13 damage.
All right.
Is it dead or?
Oh,
is that,
no. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was like, what does that noise mean? All right. Second attack against it is a 17.
17 just hits. It's going to use its reaction and shield.
Okay, and then bonus action with the butt end
Yep.
is 23.
23 hits. So you don't get the force field that pops up around it, but then you just boom into it.
2, 8, 11 damage.
11 damage. Anything else, Mr. Ash?
Nope, that's it.
All right, that brings it to Baxter.
I'll just blast again.
Okay.
14.
14 does not hit.
19.
19 hits. The one hits the wall, second one hits the square in the chest.
10 damage.
Okay.
And third one?
Yep.
16.
16 does not hit. So wall glances off the shoulder, then the second one into the chest. Anything else?
No.
Mr. Boon.
With this lovely new owl friend on my shoulder helping me aim, I'm gonna throw a chromatic orb at it, 3rd level style.
All right. What is the damage type?
I'm gonna go with, since Necrotic has been working on it.
Cool.
Is that one of the options?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Acid, fire, snow, cold, poison, thunder. Oh, interesting. Can I use thunder damage?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do thunder damage.
All right. So you conjure this ball, this chromatic orb, and then you just huck it at the guardian, the bank guardian.
I think I'm gonna try hitting the one that's already been
Yeah, go for it.
getting tickled a little bit. Okay, so does a 15 hit?
15 does not hit, unfortunately. Just scatters across its stone body. Anything else?
No, that's That's all for me.
All right, Mr. Lofferton.
All right. Yeah, it's just Eldritch Blasty Blast
Okay.
against that spiderwebby one.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's a 13.
13 does not hit because it hits it in the head, but it doesn't seem to like hit in a critical spot and just kind of like rolls off the head. Just
14
14 also does not hit.
and 12.
Nope. So just
Roll
Uh-oh.
single digits that
Ash
whole
is
time.
not doing... not looking good, Ash.
anything else?
Oh, that was Henry.
No, I know.
Oh,
Anything?
But we aren't doing
anything
anything.
else, Henry?
nope.
Leah.
Leah's gonna fire off another chill touch
Okay.
at the one that's being bombarded.
Yeah.
24.
24 definitely hits. Just hits it in the chest again. Or in the head, wherever.
15 necrotic damage.
15 necrotic damage. Almost half of what it's sitting at right now. And it's just like, just standing there. Hits it in the face. You can see like the chin just snaps off and cascades across the floor.
And that's gonna be her turn. And then for the owl, she's just gonna be like, keep helping Ogden, bud.
Okay. Well, that'll come to the statue that everyone's been hitting. And some of those cracks sort of seal up and it heals another 10 hit points. And it's just going to look at Ash and go for 2 more shields. 1 to the face.
I think this one has disadvantage because of
Correct.
Eclipse's panache.
Nice.
So that is a 10 to hit.
Miss.
It's like
Ha!
and then it's going to try to like hit you in the back of the head with its backswing
Mm-hmm.
for a 16 to hit.
Yeah, it's ha! Boom!
12 bludgeoning damage, reduced to half, you take 6.
Okay.
So yeah, you duck the first one and it swings back and gets you, just clocks you like at the base of the skull. And then the other remaining one is going, the one that has not been hit is going to go for 2 as well.
Yeah, but I'm gonna. I never use this, but I'm gonna remember. Unsettling Visage.
All right, so disadvantage.
So
on
disadvantage
attacks.
on the first attack.
What does your unsettling visage look like?
I'm just gonna turn my face into the briefly look like the other bank guardian. So for a second, it thinks it's hitting its
Okay.
ally.
They're really stupid. It's like
Yeah, just big stone head.
and yeah. So with disadvantage, that is a 14 plus 7 to hit.
Yeah.
So just right in the forehead with the shield.
The disguise cracks off.
So that's 6 bludgeoning damage reduced to half. You take 3.
All right. Okay.
And then the second shield attack is also with disadvantage, or no?
No, it's just one attack.
Okay, so that disguise shatters off your face, and then
Mhm.
it's gonna punch you in the teeth again with its shield. Just
Weigh the teeth.
for a dirty 20.
Oh yeah.
8 bludgeoning damage reduced to half. You take 4.
Okay.
So Ash is just getting pummeled on by these stone bank guardians, bringing it to Eclipse.
We have to do something. We can't just let him keep getting smashed in the face. And she's gonna launch
Alright.
another magic missile.
All right, so
I
that's
just got to half health.
all right. So you've used 3 of 6 of these diamonds
Mm-hmm.
on the collar.
She doesn't know how to manage spell slots. She is. Where did all my D4s go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. 4. Oh, that's not as much. 7, 10, 12, 13, 14. Another 21 points of force
21.
damage.
So all these magical missiles go peppering down this corridor and just slam into it, Scarface style. And it's like full of holes where the magic missiles hit, and it is barely standing.
All right. That is. Can I use panache more than once? Yeah, I'm gonna use panache again on. Oh no, that's an action. Never mind.
Nope.
No, that's my turn.
Ash.
All right. First attack against the crackly one.
Yeah.
That is a 26 to hit.
Hits. Just you aim for the spider webs with Lore Weaver. Well, spider web.
Max damage.
Oh yeah, it's shattered. It has
That's-
7 hit points.
22 damage.
Yeah, that one just crumbles into pieces on the floor, leaving the one that has not been hit yet still standing.
All right, first attack against that one.
Yep.
Or sorry, second attack against that one.
Yep.
23
hits.
for 19 damage.
All right.
And then bonus action attack against that one.
You stab it, chink, take off a chunk, and then with a blunty end.
27 to hit.
27 hits as well.
Ash has an absurd attack bonus. 4, 10, 13 damage on that one.
13 damage. Alrighty, anything else?
No, that's it.
Alright, Baxter.
Blast.
Yep.
18.
Hits. Gonna use its shield reaction to not get hit.
Sweet. 17.
17 just hits.
7 damage.
Okay.
Third one.
Yep.
23 to hit.
23 hits, so
6 damage.
6 damage. It is now below triple digits.
Woo!
That's it for Baxter.
Alrighty, that'll bring it to Mr. Ogden Boon.
Great. Wondrous. Hum-de-dum-dum diddly-yum. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and, well, gosh, why not? Let's use, mind spike on this fellow.
Alrighty. Intelligence or wisdom save? I don't remember.
That's a whiz.
7.
Ooh. So that does 3d8.
So it's like psychic energy coils around its head and then just squeezes in.
That is 17 damage.
Alrighty. So just squishing on its head. Anything else, Ogden?
No, that's all for me.
Alright. Henry Lofferton.
Pew pew pew.
Alrighty.
23.
23 hits.
18.
18 hits.
21.
21 hits.
All right. First attack, 13 damage.
Alrighty.
Second attack, 14 damage.
Okay.
Third attack, 11 damage.
Okay, that one is looking real bad. Just 3 Eldritch Blasts concentrated on its face. Just. Anything else, Mr. Henry?
Nope, that's it.
Leah.
She'll touch.
Yep.
Everyone over here using cantrips, and I'm just using up all the charges on my new robe.
23.
23 hits. So
Hit.
another chill touch goes flying towards it.
Head necrotic.
10 necrotic. Alright, anything else, Leah?
That's her turn, and this time she's gonna go fly the owl over to Baxter and give him help for his turn.
Okay. Little owl lands on Baxter's shoulders.
Oh.
And that'll bring us to the Bank Guardian, who looks like it restores the 10 it just took. And is going to punch Ash twice. Or try to.
Wait, was that chill touch?
Yes. Does
Isn't
not regain,
the second-
That's right.
is-
Does not regain
yeah,
hit
the second-
points.
Yeah.
So it's going to punch you in the forehead with its shield.
Hey, bring it on.
Uh,
I can do this all day.
Alright, Captain America.
24 to hit. 8 bludgeoning damage reduced to half. You take 4.
All right.
And the second one is going to go... It likes punching you in the teeth. It's going to go for your teeth again.
Ugh.
Teeth.
Start going for the teeth.
For a 10 to hit.
Those...
Just for a 10 to hit.
What's up, Lore Weaver? Just in front of his face and catches it, slides back
Those
a few
poor
feet.
pearly whites.
All right.
They are shattered.
Eclipse, it's your turn.
Somebody's gonna help him, and she's just gonna run in and try to attack these two.
What are you doing here? Get out!
There's one left. So you're running
Yeah,
in.
she's gonna run in and slash at the one that just beat the shit out of Ash.
Okay.
Alright. First attack. Nat 20 with the short sword.
So you run in, and you like leap off the stones of the collapsed ones, and you like leap up like halfway up its body, and you land in its chest and sink the short sword into its like sternum.
Oh, I can finally use this ability with sneak attack.
Yeah, so max damage.
All right.
Roll damage.
Yeah. Does the roll damage include the 10? Oh no, that's just
no.
Does that include doubling the 10 necrotic?
Yes.
Okay. So it takes 20 necrotic damage.
Okay.
God.
So you
66.
leap into the air and then just sink it into the chest cavity, and there's just
So
like
66 is 36.
36, yeah.
36, and then I also roll it.
Yep. Also, just so you guys know, these critical rules are not carrying over to the next campaign.
15. 18. Need one more d6. Yeah. 18 plus 5. 23 plus 6 is, God,
A lot.
29 piercing damage. Plus the 36.
Yep.
Plus 20
That's a
necrotic.
lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
85 is what we're up to so far.
So it
Yeah,
had,
I think-
it had 32 hit points. So Eclipse, yeah, you leap off the body of the crumbled ones, and you sink the short sword into its sternum, and which the force of the impact is audible as you slam into it, and from the force of you just slamming into it, it cracks down the middle, and both halves of this bank guardian just topple over, and you land on your feet beside Ash.
And I gain 10 temporary hit points.
Correct.
And I steal the kill. Ash, you okay?
Ash just smiles and like his teeth are like all out of like pointing weird directions and stuff and like broken. And he just looks at her and smiles, and they all just fill back up and just like fix themselves.
Do you want this? And I'm just gonna hold out a potion of greater healing.
I'll just take a quick breather, and I think I'll be all right.
All right.
Ash is a little below half health.
So,
You took quite a beating there.
See, that's the thing. When it comes to strategy in battle, I've found that you can focus on not getting hit. But I've found that if you're just really good at getting hit, then it works better.
I don't follow your logic, but okay, whatever works for you.
And then Henry will drop the arcane gates.
okay, and you guys can see the crumbled statues in front of the bank vault, and that arcane lock spell is off the door as well.
I see. It says if you unlock the door, you turn on the rock guardians. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, okay, my bad. This one's on me. It's on me.
Does it really say that, Ogden?
You'd never know.
You know what? You're right, and I trust you.
Also, I vote we call that strategy arcane cage match.
Oh yeah.
That's an apt name for that strategy.
So if Ogden, could you get that spell too? Because could we take like 2 and then 2 and just like make a box out of them?
Oh.
A quest for a scroll. When we go to the library, we'll look for it. We'll call it Thunderdome. Oh. Oh.
No, that's when you start that's when we stand on the outside and start casting Thunderwave through the backside of the portals.
I walk in and thunderstep out of it.
Oh yeah,
reverberating around.
Mm-hmm.
So this door. Shall we see what's inside?
After you.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
I
Great.
was gonna say Ash's clothes ripped and you could see the armor, but they were all aiming for just the face, so that did not happen.
That is fine.
It's wet and matted to the armor.
With blood.
You look like Jared Leto in Fight Club.
What's up?
Oh yeah.
Can I try to see if there's any other things on this door, like maybe just your basic trap,
Invest-
non-magical.
Investigation check.
Well, that's a nat 1, my friend.
Safest door you've seen all year.
Oh.
Does the
Or-
passive 23 investigation give me any tingles or jingles?
Safest door you've seen all day.
Oh, guys,
It's a really safe door, guys.
you can fit a lot of treasure up in this door. Let's get in. Let's get in there.
I'm gonna push it open or pull it.
It's
Is
a
it
well,
a
I-
push or a
it's a-
pull?
it's a-
I'll be doing it with you. Yeah.
All right, so
Alright, yeah.
Eclipse and Ogden, you guys both pull this massive 40 by 40 foot door open,
Oh wow.
which most of it's kind of concealed by like the rocks that have crumbled across it. And inside, on the floor, it looks like this vault has been looted quite extensively,
Oh.
and all that's
Cool.
left behind are 10 bars of solid gold. And they look like
Well,
they're.
bars.
It looks like each bar is about 50 pounds each.
That's accurate. That's a lot of gold.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold.
Ash holds up the portable hole. Should we just, just
You know, that wouldn't be the worst idea.
Each gold bar is worth 1,000 gold.
hello?
Yeah.
How
let's
many?
just
How
get
many
these-
was? How many were there?
10.
All right. Yeah. Right into the. Yep. He just
Yeah.
rolls the portable hole out onto the ground and starts tossing gold bars into it.
All right, so that does not get added to your
Hi-ho.
currency because you have to sell
Hi-ho.
these or
Yeah.
trade
Yeah.
them. But yeah, it's 10,000 gold worth of gold bars.
Hi ho.
Da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Yes, and if anyone would like jewelry made out of them, I'm pretty handy with that type of thing.
Seems like you made a friend there. Would Leah, had you named this owl friend? 'Cause I don't. It hasn't. I don't know if it's left
And
Baxter's
she's
shoulder.
like, Leah's like calling the little owl back over to her
It flutters
shoulder.
over.
Baxter cast prestidigitation on where it was.
I don't know, Ogden. And she's like giving a little scratch on her chin. You're so good at naming owls. Do you have any suggestions?
Give me some time. I don't like to endow a name unless it feels right. I mean, Russ told me his name, so we'll think tank it as we bond with this new friend.
Do owls have their own language?
East speech?
Oh, I was gonna say because that'd be funny. Anyways, yeah. So
Yeah, oh, that'd be fantastic.
That was very close to it. That is very close to a very hot debate from my younger days of 3.5, and someone got permanently polymorphed into a mouse, but kept their intelligence, and was
Nice.
trying to argue that he could cast spells with verbal components. But they're like, mice don't have a language. And he just goes, the hell they don't.
funnily enough,
I read Redwall.
Who
before
decided that?
before we get back to the game, funny enough, there's an NPC in Descended to Avernus that's been permanently polymorphed into an otter. He can speak and cast spells.
Oh,
Anyways,
We could
Yes.
call him Rush Jr.
Or Rusty.
Rusty. Well, he did come from the Rust Bag.
Yeah.
I like that. Hi, Rusty.
This is gonna get confusing, but I don't.
Baxter is going to roll that rod, that small Venta-Black rod around his knuckles, and then take it between his fingers and tap it against the book. And get one of his spell slots back.
okay. What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna just be admiring my new robe that I can now cast spells
Okay.
and be like everyone else.
You can hear whispers kind of around the city. You can make out, they open the vault.
Oh boy. Did anyone else hear that? Whispers?
Did I with my beautiful half
Everybody,
ears?
it was all it's very audible.
They don't mean anything. Don't pay attention. And Baxter's gonna take a swig.
I want to believe you. We should probably keep. Shall we? 1 mile away, the sign said. So, let's perhaps move along. Yeah. Shall we?
Yes. Let's please.
Great.
Captain of Times, it's time to go.
Oh, I love it. Yes. Ooh. Great. Captain.
All right. So as you guys all leave the bank vault, Baxter's sipping on his little flask. Standing where you heard, standing in the direction of where you heard the whispers, you see people, just shadows again, just coalescing, kind of in the buildings and stuff. And they all take on forms of people that look familiar. Ash, you see shadows in the shape of Dustin, Ingrid, Peter, Wolfgang, and Manfred, just staring at you. Baxter sees James, Victoria, Gundar, and Kawana.
Eldritch Blast.
They disappear. Eclipse sees Roman, Durza, and her mother. Henry sees not a soul. Henry does not see any of these figures. Leah sees Lexi and her parents, just kind of standing there, unmoving, staring.
She's just like gripping Lexi's rod of resurrection through her coat.
Ogden, you see Marion, your father, Neola, and Noose, as shadows just kind of staring in the distance.
Ash would like to call, just so he can see him, call up the spirit of Manfred.
He appears.
Just look at him, look at the shadow, look at him, look at the shadow. Hey, fuck off.
Alright, and the shadows just keep staring.
Eclipse is gonna do her best not to look back.
Okay.
And just concentrate on keeping the drift globe up.
Okay.
I want to join Eclipse and also have the ghost lantern out and say, "It's just a trick. It's just a trick."
What is?
It still hurts.
I know. Henry, that was you asking?
Yeah. Yes. What's the trick?
Has anyone in your life ever been close to death or threatened or someone you care about in danger at all?
I suppose. One time my cousin moved to the less savory side of the island, and we were afraid of the level of criminal activity over there for him until he moved into a more reputable neighborhood.
I really hate to gatekeep personal pain, but you seem pretty unscathed, my friend. Personally, you seem like you've been through a lot. It seems like your relative inner circle has stayed
The shadows
pretty...
drift closer.
We should definitely move along.
Eldritch Blast.
They just disappear when you hit them.
Good. He's just gonna keep doing that.
And they keep reappearing elsewhere.
That's fine.
Explain.
Baxter's
Henry.
gonna keep himself busy doing that.
They look like they're like a swarming cloud trying to get you out of the city.
Yeah.
Well, we will do what
Does Henry just not see anyone personally, or does he only see?
He doesn't see any.
Shadow?
He doesn't see any. He just sees like amorphous, like darkness swirling.
All that darkness is taking shape of
people
we care about. Is it taking shape for anyone for you?
I'm sorry?
Is it who are you seeing in the shadows?
Are you seeing people? I'm just
loved
seeing
ones.
Shadows.
Oh.
Carnifex, do you see anyone? Do you see Henry?
No.
Well, he's always in danger.
Yeah, I'm aware.
This is actually it's quite advantageous if you're immune. How are you immune?
Everyone still looking at the shadows needs to make a wisdom saving throw aside from Baxter and Henry.
I was looking at the floor, so am I good?
You still
Like,
glance
just
at
looking-
you still glance at the shadows, so everyone needs to make wisdom saving throws except for those two.
Okay.
Ooh. Roll it. Praise the bones.
Well, that's a 7 for Eclipse.
7. Henry or Ash. 2.
Yep.
Leah.
23.
Ogden. Boon.
That is a 13.
13 succeeds. For a minute or until you guys get away from the shadows, depends how long that is, Ash and Eclipse are deafened from just blabbering madness that slowly creeps into their mind.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna try to cover my one ear with one hand and keep the drift globe
And
up,
the spirits,
and just shut my eyes.
the shadows still keep moving closer and closer.
We should move ahead. Eclipse, do you need any help?
But
Can't
she
hear you.
doesn't respond. Eyes are closed and can't hear anything.
Would you two like any help? Oh yeah, they can't hear.
Nope.
Can I look at Eclipse?
You can look at her, but she's kind of eyes closed and she's covering her
Yeah.
ears.
Would
Oh.
telepathy get through that? Like telepathic
You
speech?
can certainly try.
She Leah's just gonna use her telepathic speech
Another
on
voice.
Yeah, actually no effect because it cannot pierce through those blabbering voices inside their heads.
Okay.
Well, if they can't confirm consent of movement, then we're stuck here. Let's.
I mean, Eclipse is still moving forward. She just
Okay.
doesn't respond to anything.
So it's trying to,
Yeah.
as kindly and as gently as possible.
Yeah, Henry will just
All right,
guide Ash
so
along.
you guys are moving still. Baxter's blasting shadows.
Mm-mm.
You guys see a flash of light on the other side of the city where the tower was. Like a flash of red light, almost like fire, coalescing up the tower and into the sky. And then the fire turns black. And then you hear
Does anyone else
You hear-
see black fire?
you hear a roar.
I suggest we run.
Oh, that would look so pretty if it wasn't so dangerous.
And then you hear
Uh,
a great hurricane of wings again. And then
Oh, fuck.
doesn't sound like it's following. Just
If
sounds
it's
like
bound to the city, let's keep going.
I feel like it's an urgent hand on her back and just looks around and and then starts
yeah,
running.
kindly and gently as possible. Yeah, okay, I got you. Let's keep
Alright. So, as you guys pass through the gates of Dol Shadar, that madness ends inside both of you, Ash and Eclipse, and the trailing shadows all disappear, and you just see a white city behind you again. A white stone city.
Well, that was weird.
And you're back into the forest on the road, on the path. And the sign
What's that?
says north, Matron's Bog, east, Silver Thrush.
What was that flash of light?
I would guess that was the dragon returning from whatever hellscape it vacationed to for a bit.
So we probably won't be going back that direction?
I'd like to hope not.
Well, if we killed it once, we could kill it again. But as captain of time, I don't advise that.
I agree. As captain of initiation, I do not think that we should initiate with this dragon further.
Truth.
As captain of ass kicking, I think we've already checked that box on ass kicking, and that we to do so further would just be overachieving.
All right. I all around, I think we're bringing in solid, making solid points. Shall we continue to the Matron's Bog? Matron's Bog?
Yes. Yes. The sooner we finish this, the sooner we can get our treasure and get out of here.
All right. So you guys are going down the north path towards Matron's Bog. It says a mile away. So that's about an hour, if depending how fast you're moving. And as you guys are going down that road, you can hear what's sounds of animals again, like frogs croaking, and like the distant sound of like crickets chirping. And there's like little fireflies kind of blinking in and out as they fly around. And like the oppressive darkness of the forest also seems to be dissipating in this area. Almost like there's anyone who's proficient in Arcana, give me Arcana checks.
Excuse me.
So yeah, if you be proficient in Arcana, you may roll an Arcana check.
That is a 21.
21. Ogden, you sense a force of very powerful magic nearby that's kind of holding that darkness at bay.
And it's the direction we're walking?
Yes.
Well, we're walking towards a magic source that is holding that darkness at bay. Something tells me I'm going to have mixed feelings.
If this is about the time that Noose and I consumed some unsavory tidbits,
Oh yeah.
in the temple. No. All right, great. We'll just
Okay.
leave it there.
No. In general, I feel like we were marching towards this one area with something in mind, but I'm worried that it's the only thing holding the darkness at bay in this area.
So we should probably not kill the thing that is powering this.
I'm not saying that necessarily. I'm saying let's weigh our options with the most vulnerable in the forest in mind.
And as you guys keep walking, you eventually come to a roundabout, like a turn in the path, and following the turn in the path, you see orange lights up ahead, and through the forest, and as you round the corner, you see what looks like a massive 500-foot wide tree that goes about the same distance up. But surprisingly, none of these trees were seen from the outside of the forest, but you see this massive 500-foot tree. Nestled into the middle of the tree looks like a wooden shack on stilts that's kind of built into the tree, and all around the base of the tree looks like a swamp-like bog with like wooden gangplanks kind of, or not gangplanks, like little wooden bridges kind of going across the swamp and getting to the hut. And all in these marshlands look like growing crops of like corn and pumpkins and wheat, and there's about 25 or so scarecrows on stilts kind of in the marshlands all about. And in front of you guys is an archway made of what looks like thorns, and through the archway is a wooden bridge. And there's a hanging sign kind of on the archway that says Matron's Bog.
Real quick, Justin.
Yeah.
While we're walking towards all of this, Ash is going to fall back to the rear of the group.
Okay.
He's going to pull back one of his sleeves so we can like look at the armor, like where it ends there.
Yeah.
And it's living, and it's like embedded in me, basically, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're like in some manner of symbiosis.
Correct.
All right. Ash would like to, while looking at it, try and focus his shape-changing ability
Okay.
to see if he can like extend it to the armor to make it just completely blend in with himself.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it just like
Yep.
fades to just
Mhm.
be like a second skin.
It looks like skin.
He just applies that to all of it.
Okay. Yeah, and you guys, Ash does that,
And
and
sleep back.
you guys get to this area I described. And yeah, lots of light as well emanating from that hut. And there's hundreds of fireflies just kind of flying around in this marshy garden.
I really hope this is a Mama Odie character and not Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga.
Well, either way, we need to see what we can do to get rid of this curse. Whether that be do a task for this person or something else.
Oh yeah. We gotta let's proceed with caution.
Everybody make wisdom saving throws, except
Oh.
for Baxter.
So good at wisdom saves. Ooh, 18.
Okay.
It's a 12.
12, 18, Ash and Henry.
Ash got an 11.
Okay.
Henry got an 8.
Okay, and Leah.
21.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Oh, goodness.
Haha, shit.
So yeah, you guys are in front of this archway of thorns. There's a bridge crossing the archway, and there's a swamp. It's very dense, like swampy marshland, but there is crops growing out of the marshland, and there's like 25 or so scarecrows kind of set up within these gardens. And bridges kind of connect through some more solid ground towards the hut that's built into this massive tree.
Well, thinking that there might be some negotiations involved or talks, we should probably prepare. And Baxter will start doing familiar stuff that makes you think he's about to cast telepathic bond.
Okay, Ogden, based on that sense of magic you felt, give me another Arcana check, because it's more present right here. As Baxter's doing that.
Arcana. It's going to be 14.
14. You get the sense that this entire area permeating past the archway is dense with anti-magic.
Yeah, Baxter, I don't think that's going to be... I don't think it's going to be much use.
No. Why not?
We're stepping into some anti-magic. Which means that I can only rely on my boyish good looks and charming negotiation skills.
So I probably would have noticed that, considering my...
I asked if you're proficient in Arcana could do that check.
No, but I mean, but I would probably know that because my studded leather would just go back to mundane.
Only if you pass through the archway, is what Ogden's saying.
We're not through it
We haven't
yet.
passed through it yet.
Oh.
How you feeling about that scale mail? Adamantine breastplate.
Still magic.
Is
Anti-magic
it?
field negates magic items too.
Oh, that's right. Because
Oh.
adamantine used to just be a material,
Yep.
but now it counts as a magic item.
Almost everything on my person is magical.
Ash is going to get relatively weaker.
All right. I guess I'll go up first and just climb up to the front door and knock.
Oh, you're nowhere near the front door.
No,
I'm
we
gonna go-
got a long ways to go.
Yeah,
So
before
as
we get
soon
to that.
as, soon as
I'll go.
Eclipse passes through the archway, Eclipse, anyone who passes through the archway, you feel like a cold shiver down your spine, like a tingling shiver.
Mhm.
It's not nefarious in any means. This is more of a protection thing. And as soon as anyone passes through the archway, the front door of the hut, which is about 150 feet away, opens with a creak, like.
Before I go through the arch, I am thinking about the ghost lantern.
The spirit would stay inside. Just the magical effects would not work.
Okay, cool. I would know that.
Yep.
Great, awesome. Then
It's not dispel magic. It's just anti-magic. So magic just doesn't
Cool.
work.
cool. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't.
So, as soon as someone steps through the archway, the front door of that hut, about 150 feet away, creaks open, and kind of hunched over in the doorway, it looks like a woman who would be 12 feet tall if she wasn't hunched. She looks like she's about 8 feet tall, and she's hunched over. She's got long, gangly limbs that kind of look like they drag on the ground if she didn't hold them up to her chest like this. Each of her fingers are about 12 inches long, and they're kind of curled with like black, dirty fingernails. Her skin is pale, covered in like boils and blisters. Her lips are cracked, and she's got mossy green teeth. We can't really see the teeth, but from 150 feet away, she just looks kind of disgusting. She's wearing like a green, mossy shawl across her body, and nothing else underneath the shawl. But the shawl is kind of like concealing everything. And she's got long, greasy black hair, and there's like a bird's nest nestled on top of her head. And she says, "Greetings, children. What do you seek from me?" Envision what you see. And with that, we're going to go to a break. So we'll be back
What
here.
does that mean?
We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes to continue this. So we'll see you all very soon. So yeah, you guys pass through this thorny archway, and the door of this hut opens about 150 feet away, and there is a very hunched over, very large old woman kind of standing in front of it, and she just spoke, saying, I will re-say what she said, because I have it in my notes here, somewhere. Yeah, she says, oh my god, there's so many notes for the session. Greetings, children, what do you seek from me? Envision what you see.
That makes sense to anyone else.
No.
Baxter just thinks of Thrawn and a little bit of the conversation where he wants the curse gone.
Okay. But can't read your mind.
Oh, I thought she said envision
Yeah, I
what
know.
you seek.
Yeah.
So,
We seek a cure. I'm yelling. We seek a cure.
Come closer, everyone. I mean you no harm.
Baxter strolls up.
Insight check.
Yeah.
I'm
Insight
gonna
check.
whisper over to Ash. Sounds like someone who means to do us harm.
Baxter.
Hey, well, you know.
So yeah, Baxter, you start to like make your way towards the front of the hut, and yeah, that you feel that chill as well. A lot of these fireflies kind of like just are making light in this area, so it's bright light with fireflies. What'd you get, Ogden?
Can
I only got an 8.
Oh,
I
so
do one as well?
Yep.
Cool.
Leah sends her little owl over to like a tree.
Okay.
It's like before like crossing through because she
Yep.
doesn't want him to.
I got a 24.
24. She seems genuine.
Great. He strolls up.
All right.
I'm going. Sir.
And as you guys get closer, you can see that she's got two masses on her shoulders that are covered by the shawl, and it sounds like the masses are speaking. Like, no, don't talk. No, what are you doing? And you all approach, and she says, the pups shall die, and so says I, but a deal must be made to end the fade.
Is this referring to the curse? My name is Baxter Ornstein von Huxley IV, by the way.
I know who all you are. You have
Oh.
not strayed far.
What is your name?
They call me the Three Matrons. Is my name, for I do not know who I should blame.
Great, she only speaks in rhymes.
And it's quite lovely.
Or I try to.
I don't think she's. Are you the cause of these crimes?
What crimes?
I don't think.
That rhymes.
But as you all get close, you see she's wearing an amulet around her neck, and there's a really big orange eye in the amulet that's kind of swiveling and looking around.
Causing a whole tribe of people to be sterile. Do you think that's very fair? Oh.
I think you're assuming quite a bit, Ogden.
And she kind of smiles, and her teeth, you see her teeth are like blackened and green and mossy. And boop, 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 boop. I can end the curse. I seek
Baxter.
something in a purse. That said, alone each of you shall speak. Disagree to these terms, and your fates will be bleak. Where is the next sentence? One-on-one secrets are told. Thus begins the trust we mold.
We might be able to get this done with just me.
No, I speak to everyone.
Well, I'm looking to reverse the curse for a friend of a friend and many more.
She nods. We will speak one-on-one to everyone. And she waves her hand and the door just opens. Who would like to be first?
I'll go first.
For knowledge is thirst. And she walks into the hut.
I'm gonna whisper to Ash, first is the worst.
I mean, honestly, I was about to volunteer, but they beat me to it.
I mean, like, same, but I was trying to keep with the rhyming thing.
So she
I really wanted to try to get her to say silver or orange.
I hear all you say. Oh. And she walks into the hut.
She couldn't hear you over the squeaking of that door hinge.
I will know if you try to sneak into a meeting. Your lives will be fleeting.
So you guys want to play cards or dice out here?
So she goes into the hut.
I actually brought a version of Monopoly.
So she goes
Who
into the
wants
hut.
to ruin a friendship?
So she goes into the hut. Does Baxter follow?
Yeah, he'll turn around and in Eclipse's mind, he'll try to say something and see if
No effect.
there's any recognition.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, so he knows that doesn't work. All right, he's going. Yeah, he's just following in.
She closes.
Tried to say,
She
I
closes.
want to be at the top hat.
She closes the door, and
Call the race car.
she limps. She kind of like lurches over to a small table where there's like teapots and tea set out, almost like she was expecting company. And there's 6 teacups, again like she was expecting company, plus hers. And she goes, sit down, do not frown.
All right. Baxter will put on his gloves.
Okay. And she looks at you, and one of her eyes kind of swivels on its own, like it's like both of the eyes kind of move on their own a little bit as she's like thinking, and that the eye,
That's fun.
the big orange eye in the amulet is also kind of looking around, but now it kind of just centers on you and is staring at you. Give me just a straight Arcana history check, whatever, because you are possibly familiar with what that eye belongs to.
17.
That's a beholder eye that she had. It's a central eye of a beholder that she's shrunken down and put into an amulet.
Oh, that's nice.
She just-
Next one.
She just smiles and nods and says, "The betrothed a century dead, but the brother has long since fled."
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That makes sense. That sounds right.
She just keeps smiling and then pours you some tea. It's very mushroomy and earthy smelling.
Do you mind? And he pulls out his little flask.
She just keeps smiling. It's fine.
He'll like take the tea, sip, and do a little bit.
Yeah. And she just keeps smiling at you.
Yeah. All right. What can I do to get rid of this curse on Thronus people?
I have so many notes. Oh my god. It's like she's having a brain fart, which is makes sense.
Henry, I'll trade you this railroad and the electric park for the boardwalk.
You know, technically speaking, when you play this game, if you land on a property you don't want to buy, according to the rules, you're supposed to auction it off to the highest bidder, not just let it go unpurchased.
It reads the rules.
I read the rules.
Oh, yeah, obviously. Yeah. I
I
agree.
I will end the Lycan's curse. Should someone offer what lies in their purse?
Yes. All right. Yeah.
You
This
do not
one,
have-
and he'll just pull out.
She shakes her head. You do not have what I seek.
How do I get it?
Send in a friend. For I must speak.
Is there anything else that I can do?
She shakes her head.
Yes. It is funny. Funny again. And he'll just get up and walk out.
Okay. Who's going in next?
I'd like to put 3 mansions
You guys
On
aren't playing
blue.
Monopoly. So you guys,
$4,000 in red.
you guys see
All right,
you guys see Baxter
yeah.
come out of the hut.
Hey, it was easy. You'll have fun.
Aced it, guys. Aced it.
Yeah. What did he think of the tea, Justin?
It tasted like tea made from mushrooms and swamp vegetation.
The tea. Some of you will probably like it. And he'll look at Leia and just kind of give her a gentle nod.
Really?
Yes. I put a bit of my own in there, and it was good-ish. Anyway,
Also, as you guys are sitting here, you guys didn't hear a single word of that conversation that happened inside the hut.
We were too busy playing Monopoly.
by the way, one of you has a purse for something, and it's got something she wants in it. Please hand it over to her without a fuss. Whoever or whichever of you has a purse that does not have, that doesn't carry money, I suppose, because she was not interested in mine.
The door opens up again. You guys all see her sitting there. She goes, "The one with the white locks is next." And she just freezes for a couple seconds. Her eyes kind of like moving around. Smiles and then goes back inside.
Is that you or me?
She was looking at Ash, it looks like. The eyes were kind of like
Oh.
pivoting in Ash's direction. Sorry.
All right.
Break a leg. Do you want Baxter to play for you?
Sure. I'm the race car. Whatever that is.
So he already owes me $1,000. Good luck.
All right, I go into the
back.
room. I go into the room.
Okay. So you go in, you see there's 6 teacups set out, and she pours one into your cup and hands you a cup of tea.
Take a sip.
Yeah, it tastes like mushroom. Tea's made with mushrooms and vegetation and stuff.
I've had worse.
Sit down, do not frown. Ha ha.
I sit down.
The morning shores call your name. The longer you tarry, the more he'll wane.
How do I get there?
And she smiles and says, "Traveling through plains is ideal. Find the right person to appeal."
That would make sense.
Her eyes just keep like pivoting in the eye sockets, and she goes, "You do not have what I seek. This is getting rather bleak. Send in the wizard."
All right. Yeah, there's a bunch of people. I'll get up and Ogden, you're up.
Oh. Well,
Oh no.
send in the ponytail.
Never mind, Henry, you're up.
Okay.
Oh, all right. Henry comes walking in in his new uncharacteristically badass dragon scale armor.
So Henry walks in, and Ash walks out. She pours you a cup of tea as well, Henry, and goes, sit down, little
Oh, thank you.
man.
I'm really not that short, but all right.
You are to me."
I suppose that's true.
And she hands you a cup of tea. It smells very much of mushrooms and vegetation.
Well, you have a lovely sitting room. I like what you've done with the decorating.
The family you served follow your path. You and your friends will earn their wrath.
Straight to business, then.
You do not have what I seek. I'm starting to feel rather meek.
Shall I go, then?
Send in the one that is a cat, the one that wears a feathered hat.
Eclipse, I believe that's you. This is fun. It's almost like Pictionary. It's nothing like Pictionary.
Yeah. I mean, okay. And Eclipse gets up and goes in.
All right. You step in. She closes the door with her hand. She snaps her fingers, and the door just and as she's been doing with everybody. And she offers you a cup of tea as well.
I'll take it, but I won't drink it.
Okay. Her eyes don't roll on their eye sockets, and she looks at you, and she just tilts her head and smiles. A soul now forfeit. The next time you fall will certainly be it.
Is
And
there any way I can prevent it?
stop the one who hunts you.
Do you have any insight on how?
No.
Alright.
Man. Sorry, guys. All the chat windows got buffeted around again.
Sorry.
Caleb's in here twice.
Yeah, I'm turning mine off because my computer froze. So my computer froze, but I have my iPad up, so I'm in.
Okay. Yes, we are all in the wrong place, chat. I am working on it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for your patience.
We are not ignoring you, chat. I am working on it.
But I was able to switch and buffer because I got frozen on mute on the other one.
Oh.
Oh, this is a mess.
Wait, would it help to force remove Caleb's other one?
No, because
Yeah,
I
I
just
guess.
got around to rearranging the windows. So
Oh, okay. Let's just leave that there.
Yep. If
Yeah,
anything
I got-
dropped, we have to do this all over again. Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
have
got-
to-
there we go. Oh,
Oh
boy.
my god.
Wee.
Sorry, no, my computer got frozen on mute, so I couldn't have the conversation we were needing to
It's
have.
all good. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm going to turn my computer back on for the stats and stuff, but I'll zoom from here.
Okay. It'd be really cool if you could just pin windows in place so they don't move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you can't do
But
that in Zoom.
I appreciate everyone's patience because
All good.
Yeah.
All right.
It happens to everyone.
So, yeah, she just says, yeah, no idea.
Is there anything I can give you to stop this curse? Baxter said you were looking for something. Maybe I have it?
The eye in her amulet starts to move around, and the eyes in her, like her actual eyes start to move around in the eye sockets. No, you do not have what I seek.
Okay. Who should I call in?
The wizard.
Alright. Thank you for the tea. And I'll just set it down and say, Ogden, she wants to see you next.
naturally.
Here comes naturally.
So yeah, the door swings open, and you can see her hunched at the table, and she looks at Ogden and smiles. Come in, come in.
Oh, hello, sweetness. Can I roll to assess what is going on with that eye?
Arcana check.
Or what I? Yeah. That's a 19.
19. It's definitely magical. And you get the idea that maybe that anti-magic is kind of emanating from that.
Oh, from the.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Well.
she snaps her
hello.
fingers and the door's closed. And she's like, sit down, sit down. Do not frown. Have a cup of tea.
Oh yeah. Smell. Oh, this is pretty good. Have you ever had Silgarian tea?
No. The tome of Infernal that you hold, your names and locations have been told. A goblin once traveled, his path now unraveled.
So, you want a book that I have?
No, you do not have what I seek.
but I know who does.
Oh, send them in.
I meant that as a question, but yeah, I do. I do know who you seek.
The tome you hold. And she just freezes.
I hold several books.
The infernal tome you hold. The one that had locations in it is what she's talking about.
Yeah. Exactly. Absolutely. Yeah. I know. Yeah.
And a goblin's location. A goblin once traveled. His path now unraveled.
Oh, that's right. The book tracks all of our locations.
Correctamundo.
Noose's location would be just listed in the book.
And
no one else remembered that.
And she just smiles and tilts her head. Send the next one in. I'll throw you in the bin.
In the bin. Great. Yeah, I guess nothing to share with me. All right. Have a good one. Goodbye. All right.
And the door opens and Ogden saunters
out. So it looks, Leah, I think you're up. We've gotten through everyone but you, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, time for tea for me then. I'm quite excited to see what Baxter is talking about.
Oh, yeah, you'll love it.
She just like, as she's walking and just kind of like muttering, like, I wonder what mushrooms he was mentioning.
Okay. And you walk in and the door closes and she says, "Oh, dear little one, what fabulous tales you have spun." And she gestures towards one of the seats.
She climbs up on it.
And yeah, you guys cannot hear any conversation that's happening inside this hut. She just smiles at you. Man, I keep like losing my track of my nose. This is what over-prepping is also not a good idea, guys. The rhythm has ceased for the heart you carry. Do not fear, there's no reason to be wary.
Leah just takes like a sip of the tea as she's
You
like
probably
listening.
like it.
Yeah, she's just like,
The once beating heart of the fungal lich, hand it over and your reward's rich. With every step your powers wane. Keep on this path and you'll be slain. Restoring the heart is no small feat. Relinquish to me to restore the beat. Failure to comply and all those wolves shall die. And she smiles and holds out an unstretched hand.
so if I give this to you and what you're saying is true, the spore druids will be revived and I will survive?
She smiles that you rhymed, and her long fingers are like starting to wriggle with anticipation.
Leah just like reaches into her bag and is like grabbing at the heart.
Okay.
She's just like,
The eyes are not moving. Her eye sockets are just focused solely on you at this point.
she just like puts it in her hand and it's just like, I hope you work your magic fast. I really hate my powers are waning so fast. I wish you luck, I wish you well, and now my friends are waiting swell.
Take D20 and DM inspiration. And she holds up the heart and smiles at it, and then down to you. With the right choice made, your future no longer clouded with shade. And you watch as she just starts to devour the heart. With every chew, a sigh of just pleasure and ecstasy escapes her lips. And with one swallow, she consumes the heart. And as the heart is swallowed, she lets out a scream of just unadulterated joy as her veins pulse with bright blue and black light as small mushrooms begin pockmarking her skin, bursting from the flesh. She turns to you as black ichor pools in her mouth, and thousands of voices speak out of her at once. And that breaks the silence spell that's on the house, and everyone hears thousands of voices just emanating from the hut. And it says, "Thank you, my child. Your offering has ensured my continued existence and of yourself. I, the fungal lich, bestow upon you a gift. I only ask you return the gifts given to you by the ones of your circle." And he gestures towards your staff and your rod of resurrection.
Oh.
And this is, in fact, you know this is to be the fungal lich.
The fungal lich.
Restored.
Oh, shit. Leah's just standing there, like, holding her staff, like, her god basically just appeared to her, and she's just like, And she just, like, puts her hand out with the staff towards him, like, like, this is what you want, sir?
And the rod, and he points to the rod of resurrection as well.
And Leah, like, grabs it in the other hand and, like, just, like, towards him, just like, what are you going to do with them?
He grabs them. And as he grabs them, both are consumed by black necrotic light. And as the light flashes outwards, it blinds you for a second. You guys all see black, like, necrotic greenish light flare out from the windows of the hut. And he hands you back a staff. It is adorned in the same mushrooms that sprout from your head. Curtains of moss hang from the top and seem to writhe on their own as if from an invisible breeze. Carved all across the staff are hundreds of names written in Druidic. At the base of the staff hangs a mossy skull with chains that connect it to the base, causing the skull to move freely when the creature holding the staff moves. There's a human skull that's kind of chained to the bottom of this staff. And he says, "This was my staff in life. It is called Runuman." I will
It's gorgeous.
give you the spelling of that. It is RRUNN UMON. It might be AN, but that's it. And he basically says, "It was used by me during the fall of the World Breakers, which occurred during the creation of this world. Wielding this staff, I destroyed the one they called Orcus, and tore the skull affixed to his wand and chained it to the base of the staff as a trophy. The names you see on this staff are beings who have allowed themselves to become hosts for my essence. Leah, as my chosen champion, I need you to destroy the one who shattered my essence. In the beginning,
Anything for you, sir.
Asmodeus."
It will be done.
And he stands up, smiles, even though he's in the hag's body, smiles up. He smiles down at you, puts two of those long, gangly hands on your shoulders, and smiles, and then just disappears.
I think Eclipse runs in if she can.
The door was sealed shut, and then
Okay.
as soon as it disappears, the door just opens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would Baxter have recognized the voice?
No.
Okay.
I I'd like to run in as soon as the doors open and just be like, "Is everything all right? Leah, are you okay?"
I'm more than okay, Eclipse. The fungal lich was here. I got to converse with him. I didn't think it happened like that. And like Leah's just like
Celebrity. Met her celebrity crush. It's much deeper than that.
He wants me to kill Asmodeus.
Oh.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
I think that was on the game plan already.
Yeah.
But now we're more personally invested. Also, Leah, is Glenn the Dumpy.
Can you read? Oh yeah.
Do you know?
Oh, he can read all languages.
Yeah. So, names that stand out, if anyone can read Druidic on the staff, would be Portobellum. Anyone who, because people have mentioned
We've
Portobellum.
heard about that.
Numerous
Glenn
others.
Dumpy.
Sure, Glenn the Dumpy. Yeah.
Glenn the Dumpy, I think Lexi told me about him once or twice. He wasn't the best of the sport druids, but he wasn't the worst of the sport druids.
Well, no, I mean, you can succeed at the middle. If anything has taught me, sometimes middling just gets you to the top.
If he was a spice, you could say he'd be flour. Quite bland, quite unassuming, but still extremely needed and useful.
Anyone with a passive perception of 15 or higher would see something sticking out from under the carpet. It looks like half of a circle carved into the floor.
My passive investigation is 18.
I go up to the carpet and I throw it back.
It looks like a massive arcane circle, a teleportation circle.
I have that spell in my brain. It was put there by a dragonborn.
A dragonman.
Can you cast it now?
It was put in my brain.
I
don't have it prepared for today.
And
okay.
As you're all kind of standing here, the circle kind of flares a little bit, and there's a thud as someone lands in the space and like dusts themselves off, and it's Thrawn. He's like, "Oh, it works."
I didn't even need to call you.
Yeah, the shadows lifted in the village, and the children looked like they were getting better.
So did we?
Where's the hag?
Leah?
Well, the hag ate the fungal lich's heart, and then the fungal lich came into her, and it was this joyous, momentous event. And like she's just going on and on and on about this. The hag just, when the fungal lich went inside her, and then after just disappeared after bestowing upon me the staff and the knowledge to kill Asmodeus, and I don't know where she's now, but the fungal lich lives. The sport druids are alive.
Right.
And Leah sits down at the table, and she's just like happily drinking the rest of the tea that was left over.
How was the journey here?
We killed a dragon?
Oh, you killed it.
But
It didn't seem to stick though.
Yeah.
Mm.
We don't seem just a little stronger to you.
No.
Oh, I feel like we should also warn you that there is another dragon on the loose out there too.
Oh yeah, there's a bone dragon.
Oh,
the one that you would.
The Dracolich.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
the one from the village. Yeah, they stole they stole the diamond out of its or the jewel out of its head, and now it's on a rampage.
That certainly.
So be careful.
Hopefully that's not an issue in the future. Uh, right.
Definitely didn't kill the Dracolich. Just the Shadow Dragon.
Leah, are you attuning to the staff right now? It does require
Yep.
attunement. Okay. So you guys watch
I was just trying to find it.
Yeah. So you guys watch as Leah is attuning to the staff. And Leah, it doesn't take too long, actually. Your wisdom score increases by 2. That should do it automatically when you attune to it. I'm not sure. And your weight drops by 5 pounds. And you appear more gaunt in the face. And your eyes become little black voids, just blackness. And Thrawn's like, well, what about the ship you were looking for?
We're on our way still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. I sent that monkfish man and that boy to the ship down the merchant path.
Yeah, I think the plan is still to meet them there.
Well, they should be getting there anytime soon. I did mention this path that you took had some temporal things with it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we even with the temporal changes, we should still beat them there. But by my math, temporal shifts being what they are, who knows?
I do believe you folks were trying to get to a grove of sorts that I also have personal desire to visit.
Yes, the Lord of Shape's Den.
That's right, Thrawn. We cool now?
I could take you there now, but I don't suppose you want to take this path again to the ship.
Well, if Ogden can learn this circle, couldn't we, like, go back, get the treasure, rest, and then just pop back here and then keep going?
Yes, that could happen. But again, the treasure is with the people we've laid to rest, as I mentioned.
All right.
Well, Baxter, you seemed pretty adamant about visiting the graves at the very least. I think you deserve that.
I would like to see those I've missed.
Then I think we should head back to the village.
All right. And Throd kind of steps into the teleportation circle. If there's anything in the hut that catches your eye, this will be the, well, you know.
Is there anything that looks like a stabby weapon?
Yeah.
No. Nope.
All right.
Baxter's gonna do a quick look around to see if that necklace is anywhere that he saw. Nope. Anything else?
Investigation or perception.
That's none of his good things. I'll do a perception check. Yeah, no, that's a 12.
Nothing really catches your eye.
Yeah, okay.
Leah's looking for random herbs like lavender, mint, sage, stuff like that.
You can easily find those like hanging from the ceiling and stuff.
Okay, she's like grabbing them and like putting them in her bag.
Okay.
She wants lavender to sleep with, so she's grabbing as much as she can.
Gonna make some amazing lemon chicken tonight.
I'm gonna investigate to see if there's anything of interest. Any specifically looking for books, but just anything in general that might spark.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh, nuts. It's a 13.
Nothing catches your eye really either. Looks like it's mostly just like medicinal ingredients and stuff like that.
You know what? If we want to give it 10 minutes, do a nice deep clean of this place, we could see if the old hag had anything really useful. And he'll just start ritually casting detect magic.
Okay.
Well, if we've got 10 minutes, my passive investigation is 23.
Passive investigation will not work for what you're trying to look for.
Dope.
Can I try to investigate something?
Ogden,
what are you looking for?
With 2 failed checks, I'm going to say no.
No, yeah,
I haven't rolled.
I understand, but there's 2 failed checks already, so you guys
gotcha.
would assume there's probably nothing here of value.
Cool. Sweet.
Is there like a water skin around anywhere?
No.
I'm gonna try some of the tea.
Okay. Tastes like mushrooms and swamp vegetation.
Isn't it wonderful?
You know, it's oddly more savory than I was expecting, but it's not bad.
See, I'm thinking this is either a mix of an ink cap and a jelly ear, or a black morel and a mica cap. See, when you mix the different notes of the mushrooms, you get the overwhelming notes, and some of them mute out the others. And just taking another sip and just like tasting it like a sommelier would.
Ashton, are you doing anything?
Yeah.
Henry is just standing by Thrawn at the circle, just ready to get out of this place. Just like, is it time? Like, like when you're like standing by the door waiting, like, full coat and shoes and something, waiting for someone who's taking forever to get ready. That's Henry right now.
And just sitting in this room and you guys like looking around and stuff, you would see like all the scarecrows in the yard are actually like up and moving around, just like lumbering around, like they're not being controlled anymore.
Yeah, Henry is definitely inching close to the circle. Ash is distracted and fiddling with his sleeve.
Okay. Yeah, detect magic goes off. And let me just pull up something. Oh my god, this is gonna be... Sorry everybody, I didn't expect this to happen.
See, Eclipse, if you wanted to make it less savory, I'd suggest adding a couple of crushed up cranberries, and it would make it so much more palatable for you.
There we go.
What about cranberries and a little bit of orange rind?
See, the orange rind might make it a little too citrusy and a little too acidic, and the acidity might bite against the umami flavor of the mushrooms, so it might end up worse overall for you.
Not to mention rind occasionally adds a bit of bitterness into something. With the earthy tones of the tea, it might be a little overbalancing.
And the cranberries might also add to the bitterness.
Yeah, because they have kind of a bitter sour kind of thing.
Yeah. If you can really, I would say skip the rind and just squeeze that whole citrus juice.
Just juice?
Oh yeah, get that juice in there. Get that acid. Okay. You want that's where that flavor is.
Yeah. So you detect magic about 15 feet under the floorboards, and it's transmutation.
Oh, we got something interesting below us.
Oh.
Do we want to investigate further?
Would it be
curiosity has never favored well for me, but maybe for you it will be just fine.
He says to a cat person.
What are you saying, sir?
With 15 feet, you said the house is up on stilts, right?
Correct.
So would 15 feet just put that just below the house on the ground?
No, it's still like in the house.
Okay, there's still a house below us?
Yes.
Okay.
The basement.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was just like one floor and it was just like gap beneath us. Like look down at the floorboards, just swamp.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and Baxter will just look around for like a trapdoor or something.
No trapdoor.
Do you need me to just smash through the floorboards?
We should respect the fungal lich's prior occupancy.
Do you need me to respectfully pry up the floorboards?
There we go.
Yeah. Well, let me just jimmy a knife in here and just.
Let me try.
Trying to prop open.
Anyone
sorry.
Anyone trying to prop up a floorboard? Give me a strength check.
I have to do it. Real quick, though. Ash would like to try something as he does this. He kind of leans down. Because the armor that he was wearing did it have like gloves to it or no?
No.
Or did it stop at the wrist?
Stopped at the wrist.
Okay. with the changeling shape changing ability, since he established that it can he can make it vanish, he'd like to make it reappear a bit and see if he can add gloves, add gauntlets of the material.
Sure.
Okay, so it just forms up over his hand to protect it, and then he sticks his hand down and just starts pulling up the floorboards.
Yeah, give me a strength check. And Ogden, since you're trying to pry up 2-1 with a knife, give me 1 too.
Yeah. Eclipse joined in with that, using her short sword.
That's a 10.
That does not succeed.
21.
Ash just pries a floorboard up, and beneath the floorboards, you see a bunch of these roots kind of crawling up from the tree into the bottom of the house, and ensnared in the roots is a glowing white gem. Ensnared very tightly and securely in those roots.
Fade away the gauntlet.
What did you say this was again, Baxter?
Oh, it was transmutation magic. Don't know what that means. I'm not skilled or learned in magic definitions or vocabulary. That's just what it tells me.
Oh, well, I know about magic junk.
Ogden, would you care to investigate?
I mean, that's the name of my game. Do we have enough time?
You'd have to do identify.
Great. Do we have enough time for me to take 10 minutes to squirrel down there?
Thrawn hasn't started doing the circle yet. He's waiting for everybody to finish what they're doing.
Captain Leah.
Could you just cast it?
Leah's just looking at the staff, admiring the skull.
Okay, so then I dive down in. Just squeeze my live body down in. Just start. Okay, 10 minutes.
Or you can just use a spell slot, so it's a minute, right?
I think it's just an action, isn't it?
Oh, I just don't have it loaded.
Yeah, only if he has it
I don't have it
prepared.
loaded.
All right, so 10
Yeah,
minutes.
I didn't.
So
I thought you still had to have it. I thought you had to have ritual spells prepared, don't you, or do you not?
No,
No.
you don't have to
Oh.
have ritual spells prepared.
I did not know that.
That's one of the
Right?
awesome things about 'em.
It's dope.
So
You're
Ogden,
playing wizards.
crawls down into the crawl space and starts examining this gem that's ensnared very tightly in these roots.
Still a minute either way.
Whatever is inside this gem functions very similarly to an awaken spell, but far more powerful than just a 5th level awaken spell. It's probably more towards what a 9th level awakening spell could do, and you get the idea that this awakening gem, if pried loose, could awaken something monstrous.
Ship.
So I got this gem down here that if I mess with it, it could awaken something monstrous. We haven't run into anything like that before, like messing with a specific crystalline item, like destroying it or messing with it. We haven't awoken anything monstrous, have we? We haven't done that before. No.
I believe what he's.
Not
I believe what.
monstrous, technically.
I believe
Was
by awaken, do you mean wake something up, or by awaken do you mean grant magical sentience to something that is not otherwise sentient under our control?
I don't know about control, but certainly the second one. I don't know if we gain access control over it, but I think it is the second one.
Does your identify spell indicate one way or the other?
Let me see.
The identify spell picks up whoever places the gem in an object or in a construct or in anything that is massive, the person who places it has control over it.
Oh yeah, so I stand corrected. You place that gem, you gain that friend. So, what am I doing? Am I hacking at this thing? What am I trying to steal it? What do you guys think?
Sounds like fun. I vote yes.
I think we
All
should
right.
leave it.
Okay.
I don't think we should meddle with any of this.
Okay, two no's, one yes. Henry, what do you think?
Oh, I think I'm going to stay out of this. I vote yes, it sounds cool.
Oh, weird. I guess we do have 7 votes. So that's 1 abstention, 2 yeses, and 2 no's. Leah?
I don't know, Ogden. As captain of time and captain of, what was it? Not transportation.
Propulsion?
Propulsion. Thank
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
Eclipse. I'd say we have time for this, but I don't really know if we should mess with this. I think we have all been quite awakened just by being here. Do we really need a gem for more awakening?
It's fair. We've all reached a level of illumination. Well, could you?
I have far more concerning matters on my mind. So I'll say no.
What's the downside to taking it? I don't see one.
You could animate whatever it was placed inside of.
What, like accidentally?
I don't know.
No, like downside. What's the problem? Why shouldn't we take it? Is my question.
Oh, we would no longer have control. It could be a chaotic force of evil and kill us all where we stand.
But Ogden said that we would be able to control it.
The person who placed the gem has control over it, is what I told Ogden.
Yeah, so whichever one of us places the gem into the object.
No.
It's currently placed
The original
in something.
placement.
Oh,
Okay,
the
so-
original. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you meant like
No.
when
Yeah.
when placed
No,
into an
no.
object. Okay.
I was just like,
That's different.
what is Sam doing?
Yeah, I was like, yeah. So if Ogden takes it and puts it like on the ship, we animate the ship, and then like Ogden is like, now do my bidding. That sounds great. Why is anyone having a problem with this? This makes sense.
So just to be clear, you were telling me that if I were to pull the gem, whatever it was animating would then be loose and wild. Was the understanding?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get me out of here! Pull me out!
I'm gonna pull Ogden out.
Oh, hey,
And
thank you.
it very much looks like it's connected to the hut. The roots kind of have it in place in the hut.
Then I also gently and gingerly put the floorboard back and try
Okay.
and look around, knowing that it's kind of alive. Sorry.
Give it a nice little pat.
Shall we skedaddle?
Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like a good plan.
And Thrawn starts casting teleportation circle, which takes 10 minutes. Or a minute. Alright, everyone, get in the circle, or you'll get left behind, unfortunately. Come.
We'll squeeze into this 10-foot circle.
Oh yes, I'm here already. First in line.
Okay. And the circle flares, and just as it's flaring, and you guys are teleporting, you guys see the house uproot itself. You can feel it uprooting itself as you're teleporting away. And you bamf back into Thrawn's hut in Roderstein Village.
That looks like a vicious sneeze, Sam.
And yeah, you guys bamf back into Thrawn's hut, and he's like, well, yes, promise is a promise, this way, and he lights the lantern on his staff and turns to walk out the hut.
Baxter immediately follows.
Yeah, let's go.
And,
follow.
alright, as you guys leave the hut and you're following, Ogden, you hear a voice in your head.
Great.
And Garrett, what we discussed, you can now say to Ogden Boon.
Uh-oh. Ogden, he killed. No, he killed Gwump. Made it back to Feywild with Miss Boon. She's safe. She'll be there. Hope you guys are doing well. Goodbye.
Mother of God.
And that's where we're going to end the session for the week.
Oh boy.
Oh no. News. Did News get my message from Pipshin? I have so many questions.
This was such a good episode.
Boop boop.
Wow.
Oh,
the anxiety.
oh yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you, chat. Thank you for the follow, Cynaris. I see you in chat right now telling us we have 2 minutes to live. So thank you for that. But every time you take a breath, it resets the cooldown, so we're good. Whew. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope the stream didn't have any issues at all. It didn't, well, aside from, freezing and whatnot.
Aside from Caleb.
But with my new
I'm the turd.
with my new computer, I think I was streaming in 1080p. I'm not sure. So hopefully that's the case. But again, thanks for watching, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for watching on YouTube. If you're listening to this on our podcast stuff, thank you for listening to it on that, because I think we're approaching like 600 downloads or something total, which isn't
Nice.
It's good, but
Yeah.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you guys had fun. I prepped way too much for that hag.
Let's just give a round of applause to
that
Justin.
was good.
Like,
I loved it.
Yeah.
Justin,
So good.
Thank you.
I loved the rhymes. I loved everything about that. I was. Yeah, that was really great.
Man, she was so cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for playing, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow at 7:15 p.m. Eastern time for the continuation of Shadows over Ravenloft, because it's getting spicy over there too. So
Oh hell yeah!
so without further ado, good night, everybody.